all good intentions, top to bottom.
Hell yeah. Speaking of good people, this is fucking Kicking It with Kist. We're rolling. And I got my motherfucking dog in here, Ryan.
What's
Ryan
going on,
Steinwascher, Rise Thigh the guy.
Yes, sir.
So it's been a minute. I ain't seen him. You know, good long time friend. Solid dude. And he wanted to come on, kick it, and talk some shit. So that's what we're going to do. So, what the fuck's happening, brother? How
Not
you
much,
been?
Man. I'm doing good, you know, just been working a lot, been trying to stay steady, you know, just got my own place a couple years ago out in Macomb, and
Hell yeah.
just mainly just trying to keep things cool, you know. I'm managing a kitchen at a restaurant right now, and
Hell yeah.
making pretty decent money there, and don't have a lot
You're
of
still
complaints.
fucking with the food industry.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see myself really leaving that industry, you know. It's probably one of the things I like the most about, you know, work is just going there, the fast paced, you know, like environment, the people. It's like, you know, a lot like a locker room almost, the way you talk to everybody and just kind of like the camaraderie that's behind it. It's, you know, super interesting to see.
You build a fucking bond when
Absolutely.
you work in that kitchen, man.
100%.
Like, those are your brothers, or even the females, you know, that work in the kitchen, like your brothers and sisters. Because you're in the trenches, bro.
Yeah, I mean, there's some nights where you're just, you know, it's not, you know, not blood, sweat, and tears, but blood and sweat.
Slapped
you know what I'm
out,
saying?
bro.
You're slapped out. I
In
mean, you remember
trenches.
the days we used to work at Buffalo Wild Wings. We were 18.
Bro, you remember Buffalo
19
Wild
years
Wings,
old?
the Super Bowl?
Oh my God,
Dude,
it's ridiculous.
I was contemplating my life at a
I
young
mean,
age. Like, what the fuck is this, dude? I gotta get the fuck out of here.
You're talking about,
That
you
shit
know, a
was
guy
wild.
that had like 6 18-year-olds running that kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That shit was... Me and Dylan talked about that, though, when he came on, about beat-ups. Like, that was fun. Like, it was, you know, working with your boys and shit like that.
Yeah.
That shit's... It was a good time, for sure. Made it more enjoyable. But the food industry, man, especially if you have a passion for it, like, D's the same way. I love fucking cooking, too. Honestly, there's some times where I'm fucking, you know, in the field I'm in right now, you know, construction's nice, pay's nice, but there's times where I'm like, fuck, I miss, like, working in the restaurant industry.
right?
You know, the hospitality, like, serving people, you know what I mean? Like, having the fucking, the server come back and tell you, like, yeah, that person out there just said that meal was incredible. Like, they want to fucking, they want you to come out there. They want to thank you.
It's a special feeling. Yeah, it's a special feeling. And the thing is, too, is like, you know, when I was like 18, 19, I did want to go towards the cooking route, you know, I wanted to become like a chef, you know, but now I've learned, like, I want to be more of the manager aspect, you know. So
Hell
later
yeah.
in life, you know, I do have plans to move up into the position I am now into something bigger and better, food and beverage manager, nice hotel, casino, something like that. Kind of what I'm shooting for, but I mean,
and you were
gotta
fucking, even back then, like, I remember when you were starting to get qualified and shit at when we were fucking working at Beat Ups, dude, when we were young, and you were that, I could see you being in that role, like you said, managing, running shit, orchestrating, you know what I mean?
See, they put me in a WCT there, and like at that job, the reason why I stayed so long, I was there for a little over 3 years. And, I mean, looking back, it's not really long, but to an 18-year-old kid, that's the first time you ever worked like a full-time steady job. I mean, that's first 3 years of my adult life.
For 3 years, exactly.
Right. So I mean,
some people can't hold a job for fucking more than 6 months.
Exactly.
You know?
So I mean, I did want to like move up the corporate chain there a little bit and like do something from that angle, but that place wasn't it, man. And, you know, shout out Kevin.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you know he's watching.
Exactly. No, I mean, that place, it's a good startup, you know, learn a little bit of shit, and you know, you get familiar with the industry a little bit, the ins and outs.
Yeah.
You know, the busy, the fast pace, learning how to fucking manage and whatnot.
Absolutely.
So it's all just a stepping stone. You know what I mean?
And that's, you know, when I got to the place where I am now, it's, you know, a more home family style place. They got a few locations. Some people watching might know where that's at. I'm gonna try to keep it low key for this one, but you know, they treat me more like, you know, family. You know, I like that, but I'm actually managing there. You know, I'm controlling people's schedules and doing inventory, ordering, and it's all a learning process. When I first got there, I mean, there was a lot of learning curves, a lot of things that, you know, I would mess up on, but I mean, they're really good people. They got me through to learn all the stuff that I wanted to learn, and that I want to carry that on to the future, you know, different jobs and all that. So,
when you work for someone like that, I talk about that shit all the time. I love the people that I work for. I mean, I work for some good dudes, and makes it so much easier to go into work, and you're not as nervous, almost. Absolutely. In a sense. Like you said, like if you do fuck up, you know, you make a mistake, it's way easier when you know that the person that you're going to, like with the problem, like, oh yeah, I fucked this up, they're not gonna be motherfucking you and screaming at you. Exactly. You know what I mean, and making you feel like shit. So that makes it fucking way easier to work for someone, dude.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why most people, I mean, some people are just fucking assholes, but the nicer you are to your employee.
But the harder they're going to work.
Exactly.
100%.
It's
I mean,
like proven fucking fact, you know?
And that's the thing, you know, like we have a good chemistry in the kitchen where we're at now, and all my employees mesh together. Nobody really is like, oh, I got to work with this person today, you know, like nobody, you know, really gets upset like that. And that's the thing I probably enjoy most about that place is just the fact, yeah, sure. It's probably just, you know, the fact that everybody gets along and everybody, you know, treats each other with respect, you know, and everybody can be voice their opinion there.
Hell yeah.
And that's a really nice thing about working at a smaller business, you know. Sure. You can go to the top right away.
Yeah.
You know, you can talk about what needs to be talked about, and it can get addressed. That's the big thing, and that goes a long way to when it comes to happiness. Well, just being happy too. I mean, you can't have a positive outlook at work, you know, if you're not even a little bit happy. You know, if you go to work negative every day, you're not going to enjoy making that money.
Last.
No,
it's
not going to last.
Or you're going to be miserable. That's what I say. Like, even though doing glass, it's not my passion, I can go into work knowing that, like you said, like I said, I work for good people. I work with some good people, my coworkers. So on top of that, and then working for good people, I know that I can go in and I can make a good day out of it, regardless. You know, whatever happens, whatever obstacles get thrown at me, can make the best of it. So it's just about finding the right spot for you, finding the good people, you know, the good people that are going to support you, the good working staff, and it's tough.
Yeah, and the thing is too is, you know, I have, like, my dad works for, they have a location that does some off-site work for the restaurants, you know, and, you know, my dad's employed over there. Same thing with my stepmom, you know, so they take care of my family as well. You know, the company has become a big part of my family, and that's important as well. You know, you know, just seeing that, okay, they acknowledge, you know, the importance of our family as well as how much we care about the business at hand. You know,
for sure. Family aspect, man, that's tough to find because especially with these bigger companies that just don't give a fuck about the people that work for them, you know. Right. Everybody's just another figure for them to make dollar signs.
Exactly.
You know, just stepping on them.
That's the one thing I do fear, like, you know, moving up into a better position, a better job, you know, in the future is, like, the idea of going to, like, a hotel or a casino and being a food and beverage manager is you do become another number no matter what. You know, your position is important, but
because that shit's just
it's still a corporation. You know, they got 5 hotels in the country.
That would be so fucking badass.
It would be really nice, though, because you get to live, like, at the hotel.
Do you like to gamble at all? Do you like the casino? You go occasionally?
I go occasionally. I do like to go.
What are you? Are you a card guy? Are you a slot guy?
Yeah, blackjack, man.
Yeah,
I love blackjack.
That's where it's at.
Yeah, either blackjack
that's where most of my buddies like to play blackjack.
Yeah, or some roulette, man.
Yeah,
roulette's not bad.
Takes that one time.
Yeah.
Fucking, I have to say it real quick just because we're talking about gambling, but the fucking Powerball right now.
Bro.
You see that?
Yeah, did you see how much taxes they would take, though? It doesn't matter. It's still a lot of money,
It's still a lot.
It's still a lot of money.
It's pretty fucking crazy. I mean, they take more than half of it, basically, but that's still, I mean, that money right now, bro, that just changes, like, that you're up there with just people in the world.
Oh, right away.
If you win that.
Right away,
like, people don't understand how much $1 billion is.
I mean, anybody
that's a lot of fucking millions. I mean,
you vanish. You vanish. I mean,
it sucks in Michigan. You can't remain anonymous.
Yeah, I know. You can't.
Fucking gay.
Yeah.
Like, I would not want to
reveal.
No, I would not want anybody to fucking know that shit. Yeah, exactly.
Everybody that used to know you, they're gonna hit you up. I mean, even if it's not like a lethal thing, I mean, they're still gonna be like, "Hey, man, hey, what's going on?"
You ever seen the movie Lottery?
No.
It's fucking. It's a good movie. It's got Bow Wow in it. and like he lives in the projects or whatever, and he wins the lottery, and then like everybody finds out, and like it's crazy. He's basically hiding because he can't cash the lottery ticket in till like the next week, and like the whole weekend he's basically ducking like just people hounding him and people trying to get money from him and chicks chasing him and thugs trying to get after him. And
you gotta get out of town, man. If you win, you gotta leave town. That's the first thing you do. I mean, you take the money you have and you just go get a hotel.
Like, how do you even act normal knowing that when you look at that ticket and you're like,
damn, that's 700
like, what do I
million.
even do next? Well, because I can do now whatever I want, you know?
Oh, I mean, what's it gonna make you? I mean,
so much money. I thought the last time it just got really big, I was so thinking I was about to win. I was telling everybody, I kept getting tickets. I'm like, I'm about to win. I'm saying the same thing again. You're hearing it here first. I'm about to crack that.
If you got that money,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You'd have so many options. I feel like you just sit there getting fucked up for a week straight because you wouldn't know what to do right away. You wouldn't know where to go. Greece, you wouldn't know where to France.
I said literally you could take that money and give all your people that you fuck with, like all the people that you care about and shit, $1 million and still be dog shit rich.
Yeah, I mean, because how many people do you really know?
You know what I mean?
Like really,
and that's
really
the thing.
know.
You're gonna take care. You know, you're gonna probably do some vacationing and shit, splurge. Yeah. You know, me. I mean, I'm about to be investing a lot of that shit off the rip, making sure that I don't really have to fucking do anything that I don't want to do for the rest of my life because I'm gonna be secure.
I would probably take. I think after taxes it's like 700 or 800 million now. I think it's something like that. So
yeah, it's getting close to $1 billion.
Yeah, so I mean that's after taxes. So I mean, I think you'd only need 100 million to live for the rest of your life and do whatever you want. So you just take the other money and try to make more.
Yeah,
you know?
That's what I'm saying. And it don't even have to be like if you're passionate about fucking something, like go open up a fucking studio or do whatever. Yeah, exactly. Like then you can actually just do shit that you want to do. You know. And
well, I think something I would do with that money is probably like open up businesses that I'm passionate about, and then hire people who are also passionate about that thing.
Yeah.
Because then you have so much money that you could run these businesses for 20, 30 years, and you could bring so much joy to people that could work there and actually go to work with a passion. You know,
what's one of the
whatever
other
that may
half
be. You know
of
what I'm saying?
Things that stops people from doing shit like that and pursuing their interest and their dreams is money.
Yeah, absolutely.
On top of like them not having the go to get after it, you got to also have the finances to do that shit, you know, to open up something. And if you can do that, like I said, when you have money, that's a big key factor into doing that shit.
We lose a lot of talented people because they don't have enough money to pursue what their talents are, you know, whatever that may be, whatever field that they're in, because they don't have the access.
You don't have the room to maybe pursue something and then fuck up, you know. Because you start a business and then you go in the hole, man. I mean, that changes, fucking flips people's lives upside down.
And then what happens if you have another great idea? You're in the hole from the last one. You actually have something really that you can money into, and you can't even get it off the ground because you're already in the hole from the last thing. I feel like our generation, though, like, I would particularly say from like 95,000, you know, I'd say a lot better with our money than like people 10 years older than us, you know, 35, 40 years now. I feel like a lot of those people run into money problems, you know, and our parents as well. They run into money problems a lot.
A lot of them got rut, like the lower middle class, like or even like middle class, but like to where like you're living, but it's like paycheck to paycheck. You might have a couple of nice things, you know, but you never really got over that hump. You know. You might have a little bit of debt, you know. It's
back then I don't think they had the access to like dream as big neither.
No,
you know, I mean,
and nowadays back in the day you couldn't fucking post a 30-second video on TikTok and get rich as dog shit, or sign up for OnlyFans and post your tits and literally get rich as dog shit. It's crazy, dude.
Shit, man.
Yeah, sell bathwater. What the fuck?
What are they doing?
They're selling.
I know, bathwater. I mean, like, people buy it. They're
getting paid more than me, so what am I fucking doing wrong? You know?
I mean, hey, if we were bored
maybe chicks. I should take some tips. But no, yeah, that shit's crazy. Nowadays, you can be so innovative. You can fucking make a living doing whatever. That's why I say, like, if if you really want to pursue something, you know.
For sure. I mean, that's the thing though too is like if you're super passionate about something, no matter what, I mean, you'll make the time for it.
Yeah.
And
just got to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, just you'll make the time for it, and you're gonna try to do the best you can at it, and eventually, you'll get something to catch. Whether you end up doing it professionally, or you end up doing it, to your own satisfaction to make you happy. I mean, it depends on the type of person you are,
Yeah.
But if you have a solid work ethic, and you dedicate yourself, you can I think anybody can achieve anything.
For sure.
I mean, everybody's built from the same, molecules and shit.
Yeah,
I'm saying
exactly.
we all have the same drive. I think it just depends on how you use it. You know what I'm saying? You got to wake up in the morning the right way. I think you need the right amount of sleep. I think you need the right amount. I think you need all that stuff. It's very important.
There's a lot of factors, that go into it.
I mean, depression is real, man. I mean, that stops a lot of people from just achieving the daily task that,
For sure.
And I've spent a lot of my life depressed and a lot of things, But in the past 3 years, it's when you have a more positive outlook on life, things start to change for you, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can literally do a complete 180 on everything that's going on in your life as long as you dedicate yourself to it.
Flat out.
I mean, I've never been one to personally deal with addiction or anything like that, but I know what it's like to be broke.
Yeah.
I know what I'm saying. I know what it's like
just down bad, however.
Yeah, I mean, I know what it's like to just not have any sense on what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're
just lost.
Right, check to check, whatever. You just don't have any money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you're working for nothing.
Yeah.
And once you find what you're going for, and once you find what makes you happy, I feel like then you have more of a, your drive starts to kick up. You want to become more happy. You start to want to sleep better. You start to want to work out. You start to want to eat better. You start to want to do these things that you've never focused on before. And ultimately, at the end of the day, you noticed you're a better human being for that.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's different.
It's tough. Yeah.
Everybody's got their own little kick, but.
And it's like, you don't want to be that person that tries to tell people how to live their life.
Absolutely not.
Because everybody's got the freedom to do whatever they want.
For sure.
And not everybody takes to the same interest.
No.
As someone else.
That's why I think you need to build your own.
For sure.
That's why.
Whatever works for you.
Exactly. The habits that you build up, it needs to work for you. It's
100%.
That's why getting up and some people can't get up and run a mile. I'm not a person that gets up and run a mile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I will work out. But some people get up and they want to do that. It's just. Some people are different, man.
So
you achieve, as long as you're achieving something, if you go, you need to make sure that at the end of the day you're satisfied with that day.
Mm-hmm.
And that might not be every day.
It
doesn't need to be perfect.
Challenge yourself.
Exactly.
Just work hard. It's like, even if challenging yourself, you don't have to do anything brutal. Like, even if it's just like you're someone that doesn't get much physical activity, if you just want to take a walk, or jog. Jog at a pace to where I'm kind of pushing myself, but I'm not gonna kill myself, because you don't want to discourage yourself, but at the same time you don't want to do something that's too easy to where you should have been pushing yourself harder.
You gotta push your limits. I mean, you gotta take yourself out of that comfort zone.
Yeah, all day. I'm huge on that.
Yeah, and that's a big part of I think becoming more successful in your daily life is taking yourself out of that comfort zone just a little bit every day.
Well, it makes regular life so much easier when you do shit that's harder. You challenge yourself. Then when you have those challenges and your everyday life that might pop up, you can handle them so much better because you're already accustomed to dealing with that hardship. You know what I mean? Yeah,
become a better problem solver.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, your mental is more tuned to dealing with that type of, slight trauma you get from
repetition.
Right. It's okay, another thing to deal with. It's easy.
It's becoming more second nature, like, oh, I'm going to deal with that. I'm a problem solver.
And not that it's a bad thing, it's just stuff comes up in life. Life is not perfect, man. I mean,
that's
even if you're rich.
I figured that out, that it's like no matter what, at the end of the day, the curveballs that fucking life throws at you, you ain't never going to be ready for that shit. But you can still just keep doing what you can do to become the best human being that you can be. for yourself and for others around you, you know, for your community and then for the world. That's just how it goes. And it doesn't matter why you feel like, you know, you should do that, or what you believe in, or that's just what you should do to be a good human being. Yeah. You know, and that you should just want to be a good human being to make the world better, you know.
Well, of course. I mean, I feel like, you know, if you have a negative outlook on life in general, you know, just if you wake up every day like someone's shitting your cornflakes, I mean, you're not going to have a good day. No matter what happens to you, I'm sorry. Like, I mean, the best things could happen all day to you. You could have great luck, and you might not, just internally, you're going to go to bed that night and still be pissed off because you're just being a negative person, you know? And there's a lot of factors that play into that. I'm not speaking for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But me personally, I mean, I had a negative outlook on life just because I wasn't completely happy with myself, you know, and that happens, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you got to change that, you know. There's stuff that if you can control it, then change it. That's
Flat out.
You have to. You got to address it, and you have to change it.
It just takes one step, one change.
Yeah,
it's all building on that day by day. Hell yeah! I mean, fucking, like, that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, like. I mean, you fucking look like you're in dog-ass shape, man. Yeah. You're killing it right now.
Yeah, I lost, probably, since high school, probably a little over 100 pounds.
Yeah.
But since this last year, about 90.
Hell yeah.
And I started doing keto.
Nice.
And that was probably, like, the way to go for me. You know,
keto works for a lot of people.
Tried a lot of different diets, though, you know. Yeah, I mean, whether it was the calorie counting or, you know, just straight up exercise and portion control.
You know, yeah, whatever.
You know, like more greens, whatever. I mean, you try it all and
whatever works for you.
But the keto, dude, I lost like 20 pounds, like fucking first month. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this stuff's working.
Made you just want to keep going harder.
So I did it for 5.5 months, and you know, you do start to notice some, like, not deficiencies, but I guess, like, I don't know, there's a fatigue. When I went to start to go actually work out more in the gym, I wasn't feeling like I was getting the energy that I could fully get, you know? Mm-hmm. And I think a big part of that is you do need carbohydrates to really burn off when you're doing a lot of physical activity like that. Yeah. And, you know, when I would go play basketball at the rec, I would get gassed super quick. That would never happen before. Even when I weighed 300 plus pounds, I could go and I wouldn't get gassed.
Yeah.
But
you were loaded up on the carbohydrates.
I needed to get carbs back in my system, so I slowly started reintroducing carbs back into my system, and I've been working out pretty heavy for like the last 2-3 months.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. See, the carbs. So what exactly is keto again?
So for keto is basically you throw your body into ketosis. It's a different state. You eat basically a lot of greens, meats, very low carbs. A lot of times they recommend like less than 50 grams of carbs per day, but I was doing 25. And they also say count the net carbs on the packaging. I did just like straight up what the entire carbs were, because the net carbs will tell you it's a lot less. You know, it'll be 4 grams net carbs, but it's actually 12 grams of carbs, because there's like sugar alcohols and different stuff they're using to, you know, I guess mask like the, I don't know, it doesn't count for as many, they say, but exactly. I was counting the whole thing.
For sure.
And I cut a lot of these carbs out of my system, and I was eating a lot more greens and a lot of meat, no dairy other than cheese. So, like, no milk, no yogurts. A lot of, like, if I did yogurt, it was all non-dairy.
Yeah.
Very high in protein. And that's all I was doing, man. Yeah. A lot of vitamins. I was taking vitamins to kind of, like, make up for the calcium deficiencies, iron, you know, a little bit.
Cause a lot of vitamins.
Well, if you're doing keto, you want to watch how much red meat you eat. Mm. Because red meat's still very bad for your heart.
Yeah, see, that's... My grandma tells me the same thing, because, like, right now I'm on the carnivore diet.
Are you?
And I've been doing that for...
You like that?
I love it.
How's that working for you, man?
It's good for me because...
it interests me. It does.
Like you said, like you, I tried a bunch of stuff. Like, right. I was cutting down. I was, you know, I started fasting. I was thinking about going vegetarian. Then I had a buddy that was telling me about, about talking to me about pescatarian, and I was just like, I heard about the carnivore diet. I heard Jordan Peterson talking about it.
You like Jordan? I like Jordan Peterson.
And Joe Rogan talked about it. So I'm like, and I tried it, and I was like, I could do that. Like, it's just all meat, red meat, beef, and you can do eggs, and no carbs, no vegetables, nothing else, just beef, water, eggs. So I started doing that, and I noticed my energy levels. Like, it took me a while for my body to adjust to it.
Absolutely, yeah.
But after I got adjusted to it, I wasn't crashing like I would when I would be loaded up on carbs. Like, even when you get that energy from carbs,
right,
you know how you can get that crash?
Absolutely.
Like, with protein, when I'm just doing strictly the protein, my levels stay the same. I try to stay low sugar, and I do like to fast, like I said as well. Like, I usually don't eat breakfast, even though I know it's important. But I get by without it, and I'll usually do just either a steak.
Are you doing like an intermittent fasting type thing, like a 16 and 8, like 16 hours off,
like
8
sometimes
hours on?
8, sometimes I'll do 16, sometimes I'll skip lunch. So sometimes I'll skip breakfast and lunch. I'll just eat dinner.
So that's like 4 hours on, fucking 20 hours off. Yeah,
and that helps too.
Yeah.
Just throughout the day, you know what I mean? Because sometimes after I eat, I feel sluggish.
Yeah, and when I first started, like, I noticed my body changed into a different mode of processing food. It was like about 2 weeks in, I started feeling really weird when I started doing the keto. But then after that first month, because I didn't really feel a difference the first 2 weeks, I just felt like I was eating, just sandwiches without bread and shit.
Exactly.
Chicken breasts and just regular stuff. I mean, just no bread and basically, but I think after a month, I started feeling normal again. And then, like I said, it wasn't really until, like, I started doing the heavy running, like, physical activities again, because I started playing basketball at the rec again, and that lasted for a few months, and that would be, rough when I would run for, 2 hours straight. You're just nonstop back and forth. So, I mean, that would take a little bit out of me, and that never happened before. And I started that's like about halfway through that period, that's when I got off keto, and I noticed my body started going back into a regular state. But you're right, you do crash off of carbs. It's the sugar. It's because it turns into sugar and it makes you crash right after.
But some people like carbs, Some people do a carb balanced diet, and it's good for them.
Well, they do the carbs to load up to work out too. You know, I mean, some people, it works for them. Like I said, everybody's body is made of the same stuff, but it doesn't mean it works the same.
Yeah, like when I do the carnivore diet too, because they say too that the red meat, a lot of it's not too good on your digestive system, but I haven't had any problems, and it helped me to cut fat. It helped me cut fat the best out of any diet that I've ever done.
I think, as long as you're doing cardio, you'd be okay.
Because I'm just doing it's just straight protein.
Are you doing, cardio workouts, though?
Oh,
because, I feel like as long as you,
I used to just lift for a long time.
Keto's a lot of eggs.
Yeah.
If that's what you like.
I
love eggs. Anyway, too. Eggs are...
I try to... always do, though. Always try to do, though, farm fresh eggs. If you can.
Oh, yeah, if you can. I mean, dude, out by me, they got, there's one farm on 23 Mile, I think. They do fresh eggs.
I know. I just get, the organic farm ones at, at the grocery store.
Yeah.
But if you could go to, a farm or a farmer's market, that's the best.
The best, man.
Those are the best eggs.
Yeah, fresh egg.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I like eggs anyway, man. But that's probably, a big part of the thing, too, is, I was pretty concerned for my heart throughout the whole thing because I was already a bigger guy, know, and but last time I had... Take fish
oil too?
Yeah, I do take fish oil, 100%.
Vitamin D and shit.
Yep, vitamin D, fish oil. I do biotin for my skin because I wear gloves a lot, so it dries out my skin, and biotin, I want to make sure, my hands are fine.
Hell yeah.
When you wear gloves a lot, man, I don't care who you are. Tears your hands up.
Oh, I know my hand. I sometimes wear them because for fucking glass and shit. My hands are fucking calloused up though.
It's just, I feel like
that fucking restaurant life though.
The vinyl, the vinyl glove. or I don't like those. I like the nitrile.
Yeah.
You know, the nitrile ones. Those are the good ones.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know, I take biotin, vitamin D, fish oil, vitamin C.
Take probiotics.
I do take a probiotic.
Yeah, that's good too. Super
and then eat apple cider.
Yeah, a lot of
vinegar
people
gummy.
are so fucking. Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take a good amount of supplements, probably around like 10.
Yeah, I think I do like 8 a day. But you ever heard of the Goalie Super Greens? You ever do those yet?
Yeah, well, I take a super green. It's a mixture that you mix with water.
Okay.
And it's a detoxifier and an alkalizer. So and that shit's pretty good. I try to drink that. If I do remember to drink that every day, that you can go, you know, every once in a while, but that shit helps out a lot too. Just detoxifying my body and then kind of obviously helping with my immune system as well and shit. So
yeah, I've always had a pretty decent immune system, but
you can pull that back a little if you want to lean back.
As far as you know, like I guess, I mean the probiotics and stuff. I mean, I think it's just better for my overall digestive system. You know, I mean,
yeah, for sure.
It's all important
and
stuff,
with your immune system.
Yeah,
that's the thing. A lot of people don't
stuff.
get that. Like your immune system starts your digestive system.
Oh yeah,
you know,
you're processing all this stuff.
Exactly,
you're putting
the bacteria.
They always say you are what you eat, man. And up until a year ago, I didn't know what that meant. And then,
real,
you know what I'm saying?
Flat out.
That's the thing, man.
That's what, like I said, and everybody's different. You know, everything works for everybody, different for everybody. But the process should. America's got to get off that, man. Like that shit is just, it's fucking killing people.
And the thing is you know, you're not gonna escape it all, but you could at least make a home cooked meal and not eat the processed,
sure,
like
man.
the fast foods.
Every once in a while, I mean, it happens, bro.
Oh, of course. I mean, sometimes you just you want to get a McDouble. Or, you know, sometimes
you went out. You need it. You know, you went out to the bar and then you get back to a friend's house and you guys fucking get some fucking DoorDash, some Taco Bell.
Oh, yeah.
You know, smash down on a 12-pack, whatever.
On the T-Bell.
You just got to burn that off the next day at the gym, but
I mean that's what happens though, man. I mean, but the thing is, people get stuck in that because it's super easy, it's convenient. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're, for instance, you know, single guys live on their own, right? I mean, you get it's super easy and tempting to just stop at a fast food restaurant on your way home and pick up food for $8 to $12, and then you're out the door. You know what I'm saying? You're good.
And you don't have to take it home and go cook it and shit.
You got food for the night, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
Then it's easy.
The convenience.
It's the convenience behind
for sure.
You know, but once you can get past that, once you can, you know, meal prep a little bit, you get into those habits. I mean, you change your life forever.
For sure.
You know.
What was one of the biggest factors for you to like change into like for you to just like be like, all right, well, I really want to like ramp this shit up and get into shape?
I would say for my loved ones.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I've always been like, you know, when my grandma passed, I was really upset that I was never able to make a change in my life before, you know, like when she was around. And that's something that, like, my other grandma's stunned, and she's able to see me make this change, and my other family members are able to see me make this change before it's too late. You know, it's very important for me to inspire my brother who's overweight, that I want him to work with me and be, you know, live our best lives. You know what I'm saying? That's very important to me. That's probably the two biggest factors right there, is like just family and friends, just to be around longer. I don't want to be 38 and worrying about a heart attack or stroke or anything like that. That's the last thing I want to worry about, man. Well,
that's why I tell people, man, like, they think that you just, as you get older, your body's just supposed to fall apart. And it's like, it doesn't have to.
No.
You can age well, and you can take care of yourself, and you can be around and be here, you know. 100%. I mean, life's not guaranteed regardless, but
anything can happen.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
but you might as well try to take care of yourself.
Exactly.
You know?
I mean, and the thing is, too, is, you know, I just turned 25, and I started the diet back in January last year, or this past year, you know, this past January, and I was like, you know, I want to be different by the time I'm 30. You know what I'm saying? Not a different person, but, you know, I want to enter another chapter of my life.
Change my life, yeah.
Yeah, you know. And I want to enjoy 25 through 30, which is like the prime of your body. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the prime, you know. I want to enjoy it in my prime. You know what I'm saying? As my prime. That's what I want, you know.
Out.
So
you take pride in it, man. I mean, you only get one fucking body.
And you only get to be 25 to 30 one time.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I let 20 to 25 run by without worrying about my health.
Yeah.
You know, or 20 to 24, whatever you want to say. And I regret it. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, everybody makes mistakes.
Still young enough, though, like you said.
Exactly.
It's way easier to get in shape when you're younger and maintain a good physical stature as opposed to, you know, treating your body like dog shit and then waiting until you're older and then trying to get into the gym and get your body into the rhythm and the flow.
Right.
Because it's tough. The younger you are, if you can develop that and just kind of build that into your daily life.
That's probably my biggest fear, too, is like maintaining the weight off of me. You know, a lot of people will lose weight and then just gain it right back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've stopped keto back in, July, and I haven't gained any weight. But
nice.
I haven't really lost any weight either, but I've been working out. So, I mean, and I've definitely gotten stronger.
But that's good, though, like you said, you didn't gain any weight, because a lot of people do, as soon as they get off ketosis, they do put the weight back on.
They'll gain it like 20, 30 pounds back right away.
For sure. Like, some people have to stay on that. That's the thing they say about keto is, like, if you get on, you kind of have to stay on. Yeah. But that's good that you were able to do that and still maintain the weight.
I feel like that's if you really have a confidence like that. You don't, you know, you have to eat right after. You know, when you're done, for me, I just learned that not a lot of carbohydrates work for me. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't indulge in carbohydrates. Like, I should have a ultimately protein-based diet that is low in carbs, and that'll work for me. And I'll be able to work out and exercise.
I feel like that works for that'll work for everybody.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's tough though for a lot of people. They can't.
Milk is a scam.
Yeah.
Do you drink milk?
I do.
Oh, dude,
It's a
scam, bro.
I love milk. I got a buddy that I work with. He literally hates milk, and he like talks shit. He's like, dude, you guys drink milk. He's like, that's for fucking baby cows. I'm like, it's so good though. But plus too, I'm a cereal lover.
I love cereal too, and you know, I did make the switch to like the almond milk, but
yeah, I tried that too.
It's not good.
It's not regular milk.
It's not regular milk. It makes the cereal taste funny.
If you can get milk though, like I said too, like farm fresh milk, that's not bad.
It's not bad. I just think, you know, like for me,
it's not, you know, a lot of it. You don't need a lot of it.
No, and like I think outside of cereal though, like I don't think we're supposed to consume it at all.
For your bones, so
yeah, true. But it's just, I don't know, man. Drinking milk from a cow's tit, I feel like it's gonna make us fat. Cows get fat.
Well, that's
from
why,
it,
I said, you shouldn't. Other than that, though, I don't do dairy. Like I basically almost cut out cheese.
Did you?
Like out of my diet, yeah. I used to do it still when I did like burgers and stuff, like red meat, but I don't even really do bread. Like if I do burgers or like burger patties, it's just a patty. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the meat, I don't really do cheese. You know. I try to basically, like I said, I don't really do any yogurt or stuff like that. A lot
of pork on this diet, or
no? I tried for the most part to cut pork out, just because I mean it's not really nutritional, and
right. I mean,
pigs are kind of fucking dirty.
A little bit, yeah.
So, but like I mean, if I go over my mom's, she makes pork chops. I mean, I'll go eat them.
You like bacon?
I love bacon,
but
I don't buy it.
You don't buy it.
But I will eat bacon though.
Yeah.
For sure. But no, mostly like I said, just like steaks, red meat, and eggs. And that's the thing. I mean, it's kind of boring, you know, but I can do that. I can do that all the time. You know, it's quick, it's easy, it's fast. You know, it's not a lot of prep work.
That's the thing with the keto.
It's a little pricey sometimes, but
yeah, with the beef going up.
Yeah,
dude,
you know what I mean.
How much food costs. You know, like I started doing the keto, and the shit was already expensive for like the low carb shit and the no carb shit, and then fucking prices jumped again, and it's like, holy fuck, man. Dude, how much people have to pay to get healthy in America is the problem, too.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that you can go and buy a fucking 12-pack of Cinnamon Toast Crunch fucking cereal bars for $4, but I have to pay $8 for my low-carb fucking granola mix that comes in a bag this fucking big. What do you...
Exactly. Well, that's another thing that goes into it.
It's ridiculous. I mean how are you going to get healthy?
They don't want, you know... It's not like they really
big
want.
Sugar, man. Big
they
sugar.
They could care less. Yeah, exactly.
They don't care.
As long as they can keep you hooked on eating their shit and it's cheap and whatever.
That's the thing. I mean, I firmly believe if we ate the right way in today's society with today's medicine, we could easily live to be on average 100 plus years old.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and be healthy until 70, 80.
You know how much fucking happier the world would be? I mean,
so much happier.
People wouldn't be so fucking angry or depressed or fucking, you know, bitter and shit all the time if they had the right shit in their body and they were feeling.
You didn't hear about like a lot of dementia and Alzheimer's and shit before the 1940s and 50s. That's when sugar started coming in and fucking up our diets and stuff, dude.
For real.
Before that, you didn't hear about none of that stuff. I mean, like, maybe it wasn't as like
highlighted
the way
because they had
times,
it, bro, back in the day, like the Native Americans, like. Just hunt and gather, you know, live off the land.
Dude, they're all fucking ripped.
That's how you fucking do it, man. I mean, that's how you get the right nutritional value, bro. You know, the right source of protein.
Absolutely.
The right source of fruits and vegetables and water and clean shit. And the right nutrition and vitamins and shit. And getting out in the sun.
And that's the thing, is they got it all from nature back then. I'm sure, like, if you were to go back in time and run some tests, they would be deficient in some shit, you know? Like, there's, you know, bad dental work, so stuff like that. But
everything's so processed. Like, by next year, I am planning on being out hunting. I want to start hunting. Yeah. I want to start bagging my own meat. Yeah, for sure.
We'll go hunting.
I want to get my own meat and I want to process my own shit.
Dude, you want to go camping next time?
Yeah.
Because...
What are some of your favorite spots to hit?
Definitely out in Nescoda, because the river out there runs miles. All the way out to the middle of the state. But I used to go, back when I was younger, we used to go out towards, like, Traverse City, Boyne City, Petoskey, and, like, that's the other side of the mitten. I never really did much camping in the UP, but... I mean, it's just beautiful up there. Yeah. I mean, you got both sides. I mean, you got Lake Michigan or you got Lake Huron. You know, whatever side of the state you pick. But my friend's actually looking into some state. It's like but it's real rural camping. So like, you gotta bring a shotgun in case like bears come and get you and shit. And like,
I seen a crazy fucking Instagram video of a bear attack.
Yeah, man.
The other day, that shit's so crazy.
You gotta shoot it.
Hell yeah.
You gotta
hope that maybe you can kill it if you shoot it.
Oh, I know.
You better be aiming good, because if you miss and that thing fucking...
Well, even if you hit it, like...
Cutting your whole fucking body open.
Even if you hit it, it's still probably gonna swing at you.
Mm-hmm.
That thing don't care.
Yeah, like you said, a shotgun's your best bet, or some type of rifle. I mean, if you just got a pistol, unless you got like a 45 or something heavy.
Right.
But if you just got like a 9 or something like that,
you're done for out there. That thing's gonna fucking get lodged in the skull, man.
Boom, boom, boom. Like I said, if it just fucking claws you one,
done.
Things are fucking... Them things are scary.
Bears and probably any large cat are like the things I probably fear the most. Oh, and dude, hippos.
Oh my!
Have you ever seen a hippo attack somebody?
They're crazy. Wildlife is, people don't understand. I mean, nature is awesome, and it can be cute and shit and whatnot and look innocent, but nature can be just savagery.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
it's dangerous out there, man.
Sometimes I get blowed out. Watch like this shit, like the shit that they be having on fucking like National Geographic and whatnot, bro.
Yeah.
Like them animals are crazy.
Uh-huh.
Like wolves and hyenas and just different types of shit, bro. They're just crazy killers. Or like fucking big birds. Like that's another crazy thing. Like eagles and whatnot, bro.
Yeah, and they're smart too. That's the thing.
That can just pick up a whole fucking person. You know what I mean? Like a little person.
8-foot wingspans, man. That's nuts. That's a big ass. That's a dinosaur. I mean, they say birds are dinosaurs. That's a fucking dinosaur.
Nature is funny as fuck. You know Theo Von?
Yeah, Theo Von's funny.
I seen a video of him the other day. He was talking about kangaroos. He's like, "What the fuck is a kangaroo?"
Yeah.
Like he's like it's so fucked up looking. He's like it looks like it was. I forgot what he said. He said it was a mixture between something, but they are like, what the fuck is like nature is just so what like that thing is just a bouncing fucking like a bouncing dog, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's got that's up on its feet. That's got a
pouch
right here.
Yeah,
isn't that fucking
it's
wild?
Weird. That's the thing too, man. It's
some
like
crazy shit. Nature's
only
fucking
in
weird.
Australia, bro. That's Australia's a whole fucking world of its own.
And they stand up and fight. They fight.
Yeah,
they scrap.
Yeah.
That one video, bro, where that one guy fights the kangaroo.
The one that's fucking with his dog.
Shit ever, yeah.
You seen that?
And he runs up and they fucking square up.
You ever seen the one where
he swings at him?
There's a kangaroo at the fucking window.
No.
And like the kangaroo's just standing at the window, like fucking, and I think it kicks the glass.
Sizing them up.
I can't remember, but I think it kicks the glass.
I think one of mine, like you said, you named a couple of them, but also like apes and gorillas, like flat out, like
apes and gorillas, dude.
Go out. Here goes that
later.
Yeah, like those things can rip your fucking body right apart. I swear. I swear. But nature's sick. Yeah, I definitely want to check out, go camping a lot more next summer. Check out some dope spots. I want to start doing a lot more hiking.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite part about camping is the hiking part.
Yeah.
You know, or just in general, like even
just
around
exploring.
Here. You know, I like to take some of the trails that are like out past like 32 Mile and shit. And like there's some that are out on the water over here. Like there's even one. It's not like a nature trail or nothing, but I walk it. Like the Harrison Township, there's a spillway. I'll take that. It's a few miles. It's pretty fun in the summer. It's not bad, you know.
Yeah.
But the one side of the river is all paved, and then the other side of the river is just all like grass and forest and shit.
Hell yeah.
So usually I take that side. One time I seen a snake there, man. It was kind of wild. Yeah.
Yeah, we're lucky in Michigan that we don't have any crazy snakes.
When I was in Texas one time,
yeah.
So I was playing basketball. Just like I was with my friend, and she was working at an expediting service, and it was her family business, and we were just like doing a Sprinter van, and we would expedite small packages across the country. So I was playing basketball one day, just like blowing off some steam, you know, because we were just out on the road, so it was something to do that day. I'm chilling under this tree, drinking water, and I heard like a little. I'm like, I look up, and it's a fucking
pull the
fucking rattlesnake, dude, fucking just hanging on this tree.
What?
Dude, looking at my ass, man. I've never been more fucking like freaked out. Like,
yeah, bro.
I don't froze in the moment, bro. Froze in the moment in my life. Like.
Yeah, because you don't really know. Like,
no.
What do they say you're supposed to do around snakes?
I think
you're supposed to try to be calm, right?
Right, and that's what I was thinking. But you know, I wanted to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Because this thing's fucking looking at me already, but it's wrapped around this branch a little bit.
Snakes.
So like, it's wrapped around this branch. It wouldn't be able to just, you know, it wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
It can't. I don't think it would uncoil itself like that.
Yeah.
It's like nature doesn't allow it to do that.
Yeah. Then things are mad quick though.
Well, I mean, but he wasn't like flat on the ground, so I'm like, I could get up and run. So I got up and ran.
Yeah.
But still, that just hearing that and looking and
yeah,
seeing
I don't
a rattlesnake.
Snakes, bro. I did though when I was younger. When I was a kid, we went on a field trip. I think I was in like elementary school. We went to some nature exhibit, and I held a snake, like a big ass snake, on my back. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's cool. But, I mean, I don't mind doing that, you know, because then you know you got somebody there that's
on the wild, fucking a rattlesnake.
No.
Fuck.
Out of my cabin, there's like these little islands.
One thing about Michigan that's awesome. Don't have to deal with that.
There's some. There's
I don't think we have poisonous ones.
No, there's water. They still freak you out though.
Oh man. Yeah, like water snakes.
Water moccasins.
Like I'm not worried about like a water snake. They don't even bite.
I know, but they're just freaky.
They're like little tiny,
serpent,
or like
bro.
A garden snake. You know,
garden snake don't bother me.
Like little shit like
that's
that.
Easy.
But yeah. But I mean, like I said, as long as we don't have nothing that's gonna potentially bite me and fucking have me in the hospital. Like a venomous snake, I think I'm alright. Or like we don't have crocs or anything like that, like swamp shit. Like we're good, bro. Got a couple of little, you know what I mean. There's a little bit of shit.
Most of the bears
most
and
of it's
bobcats.
up north, yeah.
That's way up. I mean, you gotta go like
you
up
know
there
what I mean?
for that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think definitely, like, I'm thankful we don't have alligators, because those things are, like, invasive in Florida.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
You could have your dog out in the backyard and a fucking alligator come eat it.
You have to worry about that in Michigan, though, too. Like a hawk getting your little dog.
Yeah.
I mean, that does happen.
Or, like, yeah.
Actually, one of my cooks at work, her cat just got swooped up by a hawk the other day.
Really?
I was like, yeah, she came into work and she was like, I just see my cat get swooped up by a hawk.
What?
I mean, her cat was, like, small and it was outside.
Where's this at?
She lives in, I don't know, somewhere in, like, New Baltimore or some shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she said it was like my cat got swooped up by, I don't know if it's alive, but I'm sure it's not.
What? Nah,
Yeah.
I mean, nah.
No, man, that's crazy though. I mean, right in the damn suburbs.
Those things, though, yeah. Pick that cat up,
They
no
don't give a
problem.
shit, yeah.
For sure. We got, like, a cat at my shop.
Mm-hmm.
The shop cat, she's a savage.
You feed it and shit.
Yeah. Well, we had an old shop, and like, the cat was just the shop cat. It was around in the neighborhood, so we basically started keeping it. It would stay in the shop and shit overnight, and then we come let it out during the day. And that thing, dude, just be out there just tearing shit up, bro. Like, we had to take it to the vet one time. It had fucking, like, gashes all on it. Like, it was out there fighting and shit. And it fucking, and it just be out there scrapping, bro. Hunting, finding shit, killing shit, dude.
Yeah, I don't care.
Cats are fucking
Cats
savage.
are, savages, man.
Cats are savage.
You know? I mean, and that's the thing, too, is I think they're probably, like, the most least invasive species. Like, I don't get why people get bothered by cats being out and about. I feel like I'd much rather have a bunch of cats running around than, like, mice, you know?
Yeah.
Just, like, because they're out, that's where mice come from, and rats, they all come from outside,
I fucking
man.
be feeling bad, bro, when I see the cats outside. But I'm like, I ain't about to be that guy taking in all the fucking stray cats.
Yeah, no, hell no. I got one cat at home. It's my boy, though. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever do more than one. Yeah, usually just one animal, man.
What's good with the Lions, though?
The Lions? Oh,
they
dude.
finally got a dub.
They gave away Hawk, though.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I kind of feel like it was what they had to do, you know?
They weren't going to pay him. I mean, he wanted a lot of money. They weren't going to pay him that money. I mean, he's been a good tight end, but I don't think right now our offense is going to benefit totally from a great tight end. I think we need to work on some things on defense. I think we need to shape some things up on offense.
Yeah, for sure.
But, I mean, we can score a lot of points. You know what I'm saying? We have that potential. You know, we got good players. You know, it's just consistency's a little bit of a problem, and our defense is a big problem. They played all right, though, but Aaron Rodgers is not the same, dude.
The Pack are fucking dog shit right now.
Dude.
Are you on fantasy?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What are you in your league right now? How many leagues you in?
I'm 4-4. I got to get the dub this week. I'm playing Jake Keikos.
Jake Keikos.
Yo.
Oh, my God.
I'm about to get the dub. I'm down by 10 points right now, but I got Chris Olave playing tonight for me, and I got Baltimore. Mark Andrews was out, so I picked up that Isaiah Likely, their backup tight end. He had 20 last week, so I'm hoping he's about to have like another like 10, 15 points. So I should be good and get the dub, go above 500, because it started out rough for me. I was like 1-3, was sliding, then I got a couple wins, then I lost again. I was 4-4, but it's still competitive right now. Like I said, I'm about to be like second, I think, in my division. So, but our league's deep. We got a 12-man league, good pot. So I'm trying to get that dub, but my team's pretty straight. But Nick Chubb was on a bye week for me this week.
Yeah.
So, but I got Nick Chubb, and I got Jamar Chase, who's fucking out for like I don't know 5 weeks, which sucks. Yeah, that was my number one pick. So I kind of just fucking got to piece together shit now, which I haven't had to make any trades though or anything like that. I've been getting some good pickups too off the waiver. Yeah. So I think everything's gonna be straight for me.
I'm in one work league, and then I got one. I'm in Zach's league too.
Oh, is that
Zach Beazle.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'm in his league, and I think I'm 6-3 after this week. I'm gonna win, dude. Last night.
Oh, so you're probably in first, right?
No, Zach's in first. He's 7-1 right now. I think he's about to be 8-1.
God damn.
Yeah.
Who the fuck does he have? some of the
scrubs
people,
too.
if
He's
they
got
have like
Scrubs. Zach, if he's gonna watch this, he's
really,
got Scrubs.
And he's balling out.
He's balling out. I don't understand it.
If you play the right people, bro, the right week.
Well, last night I won barely because Kansas City went into overtime, and I just barely won.
Who'd you have? Travis Kelce?
Travis Kelce, and he caught those
that's
two
who
passes.
Jake has right now. Yeah, he just put up 20 for him last night.
Yeah, he caught those two passes in overtime.
Because if he wouldn't have did that, I would have been already beat him. But he got lucky. Travis did that last night.
Yeah.
So I need my people to perform for me tonight.
You watching any Pistons or no?
I haven't yet.
No, dude.
But
entertaining. I mean, they still need to put some stuff together. Yeah. But super entertaining to watch.
Is Cade playing well?
Yeah. I mean, he turns it over a little bit, but I mean, he's young and he's got the ball in his hand all the time.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's gonna happen.
I think they're gonna be on the rise, though. I mean, they got a lot of young talent.
100%.
You know, Isaiah Stewart, Sadiq Bey. They got a lot of young key players that are playing good. Yeah, I like him.
Yeah,
he's a competitor, bro.
I mean, he's one of the. He reminds me
and
of like
they just
Rasheed
signed
Wallace.
what's his name, to a contract. Forgot the one dude, the foreign dude. How do you say his last name? Is it Bogdanovic?
Yeah, Bogan Bogdanovic.
Yeah, they just signed him.
Yeah, he's a shooter.
So they're putting together some key players. I mean, they're gonna probably get another. I mean, they're probably gonna have another. I don't know how their season's gonna be.
No, it'll be under 500.
Keep just drafting good and.
Yeah, I think 2 or 3 years.
They're looking like they're gonna be competing sooner than the fucking Lions. So.
Yeah, Jared Goff, man. I mean, do you like Goff or no? How do you feel about him?
I hate him.
Yeah, ever since he came here. Or
I
what?
hate him. And then he played good like at the beginning of the season, and I was like, oh yeah, like he's about to end. Now I'm like saying the same thing. Like we got to draft a quarterback, bro. Like it is what it is. We had to trade him. We had to trade Matt. We got him, to at least play for us, and we got some picks, but we got to draft a quarterback, dude, and get him the fuck out of there. We got to get someone that we could start building around.
Yeah,
and we got to build right this time. Like we fucked up with Matt Stafford. We didn't build the team the right way. We got to build right this time.
I think we should have held on to Caldwell too, man. I really do think he was with us 4 seasons. He got us to the playoffs twice.
Yeah,
which is more than
up with that.
Any coach has done for our franchise in years. He was giving us at least opportunity. Yeah. I feel like and that's not. We don't have that anymore.
How do you feel about Dan Campbell?
I like his tenacity. But he's a football guy. You know what I'm saying? Like
for sure.
He's I feel like I don't think it's a bad thing to be too. I mean, I didn't play football, so like I don't think it's a bad thing to like be too player mindset. Yeah. But I feel like there's a certain point where if your franchise needs a certain change, you need a certain type of coach to do that.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd be really good for a team that's like already set, already has some players. They just need a push. They need a coach that's going to give them some energy, and put it together. And that's what I feel like he would be a great coach for that.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he's like the coach to like build a culture totally around, because I mean like the Lions players, I feel like all of us right now, we have a lot of young offensive talent on our team.
Yeah, and defense.
Yeah. So I mean,
we're just not playing
I think he'd be a great defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I think Dan Campbell would be.
That's what I just think. The head coaching gig is too much for him.
A little bit.
It's
a little too.
He's
too
a good
his head.
team guy, though, like you said, like a player guy.
100%.
The players want to play for him and whatnot. And
exactly,
shit.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think the players are unhappy with him as a coach.
Like
I don't get that. It's not like Patricia.
We don't win we got to win some games. I mean, 2 games.
Yeah, it's pathetic. Who do we win our other game against?
Fucking the Redskins. The Commanders.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season. I mean, they just lost again to the Vikings, so I mean, they're not good either.
The Vikings, man, are they 7-1 right now or something like that?
They're gonna lose in the playoffs probably. The Vikings
can't
are
trust
straight,
first cousins,
bro.
huh?
Kirk though, Spartan
Kirky
dog.
Boy. Yeah,
Did you see that video of him?
Fan, huh?
Did you see that video of him?
No,
he had all the chains on.
Did he?
Yeah, they were on the plane after they won yesterday. They had all the chains on them. Bro, they were all on the plane.
You gotta love the guy.
Kirk was, dude. I mean, everybody talks shit about him because he is kind of mids. Like he's not.
He is.
And he got paid a lot of money, and they haven't really got to that point. But I mean,
he got paid.
If they can get to the playoffs and get over that hump, like
didn't he get paid in Washington too? Like a long time ago. Didn't he get like...
He might have.
He got paid in Washington for that large contract. Then they traded him to Minnesota.
And he got paid again.
Yeah. And now he's up for another contract.
Yeah, he's living good.
Living good.
But I mean, they're 7-1. They're about to win the division. I mean,
in
the Packers are dog shit.
He's a lot like Phillip Rivers. You know, Phillip Rivers was like a lot of bang, no buck.
Yeah.
You know, like throw for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. Might throw for 1 or 2 picks.
Or like a Tony Romo, you know.
Yeah, but no, the playoffs, man, they just fall apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers is one of those guys too. You know, he's out of the league now, but I always really liked him as a quarterback.
Matt Stafford was like that for a long time too.
I can't believe he won a Super Bowl.
But then he did
man.
it. So maybe the Vikings, they could do it. You know, I'm still pulling for my Ravens because Lamar might be out of here after this year. So
I got a bet, man, with my cousin that Lamar is going to win a Super Bowl before he retires.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be with the Ravens. It's just Lamar in general.
It's just going to be sad because I mean, obviously, I'm a diehard Ravens fan.
Do you like Lamar?
I love Lamar.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been Team Lamar since we drafted him, and I knew he was going to be a stud. I wish they would have been able to get something worked out though with the contract.
Yeah, me and my dad have been watching him since.
It's going to be sad seeing him walk. He was a fucking dog. Been a dog.
Like I was watching him in Louisville, and I was telling my dad, I don't know what the NFL is going to do when this guy comes.
He's still so young. You know what I mean?
He's learning to not put his body.
He's going to be in the league for a long time.
Well, they always think is too. Is they're like, he's going to hurt himself, dude. If you watch him play,
he's smart.
He puts himself in a position where he is not going to get. I mean, there's a couple of hits where it's like, but that happens to everybody in football.
The most agile quarterback that's ever probably been in the NFL.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
He's gonna get down faster. Then, Vic's even admitted that. You know, Vic's passed the torch to him, admittedly.
2.0, yeah, for real. So, yeah, hopefully they can get it done. But, I mean, the Bills are looking good as fuck. I mean, it's a good year right now for football.
Oh, 100%.
It's very fucking interesting.
So, outside of this, you got any other, like, hobbies you've been doing, or?
Yeah. I think I'm about to start doing some jiu-jitsu.
Really?
Yeah, I'm trying to get into some BJJ.
Let me know where you go and what you get into that, because I used to do martial arts for like 3.5, almost 4 years when I was younger, and it was one of the things that was like totally one of the best releases for me when I was in that young teenage, you know.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to go back.
Yeah.
It just got to be too financially, difficult for my parents when I was a kid to maintain,
It's fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Martial arts it fucking helps you with a lot of different shit, man.
It's, in my opinion, it's one of the best things to do for your mind because it puts you in a different mindset. When you're doing that, when you're in the dojo and when you're actually like training, it's a lot different than going to the gym.
That's what I say all the time now. Yeah. Like, I don't just go to the gym like and lift. I go train, like, because I started doing the boxing, and once I started doing that, like, my whole workout changed. Like, it went from me just going to the gym and just lifting weights, to me, like, going to the gym. All right, I'm doing 3 miles, bro, on the treadmill. Yep. I'm doing 2 miles on the stairs. I'm doing a mile on the bike, and then after that, I'm going to about to do fucking drills, doing jump rope, doing kettlebell. I'm fucking medicine ball, Russian twist. You know what I mean? Like, that's what started to help me get into shape.
Yeah.
And then I started with the boxing. You know what I mean?
And that's when I go to the gym, like back when I used to weigh over 300 pounds, the big thing was I wasn't comfortable getting on a treadmill and running, you know.
It's tough.
The shit's hard on your knees, man, when you weigh that much,
I know, my knees are fucking blown out.
And now for the first time in my life, I can go to the gym, run 2-3 miles on a treadmill without stopping and able to actually get the benefit from that. You know what I'm saying?
When you fucking do some cardio like that and then you leave the gym, you feel so good.
Yeah. Yep.
You're like, fuck, I just worked my ass
That
off.
Makes you actually, because like lifting, in my opinion, like you can lift and you feel like, you got to really...
Lifting is very important.
You get a really good pump on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You feel good. But then, if you don't do cardio, you don't feel like you did it all that day.
No.
Not even a little
and
bit.
And cardio is good for, obviously, your weight. It's good for your heart.
Mm-hmm.
It's It's good for your energy levels. But the thing is too, like I said, lifting weights is important too. Because if you're just doing cardio, your body's gonna be weak. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have to lift weights to still be strong, build muscle tissue.
Right.
You know, so it's about keeping a balance. But like I said, if you're trying to cut weight, you know, like cardio heavy is going to be good for you. You know,
Yeah.
if you're trying to bulk up, you know, you're not going to be doing as much cardio. You're going to be doing a little bit more lifting if you're trying to pack on. So,
right.
Well, it depends on what you're trying to do. You know what I mean?
And for me, like right now, I'm trying to focus a lot on like core strength is, you know, it's very important. So, a lot of that is like, you know, I'll do in the summertime. This whole last summer, I was riding my skateboard around. I've never been able to like do that and feel so free.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, I before I'd push and only go so far, because you know, and now I can actually go on it. And it's, you know, I've always knew how to ride a skateboard.
Yeah.
It's never an issue.
Skateboarding's so fun.
But when you skateboard and you're riding that thing for like 2 hours straight, I mean, dude, your gut and your legs kill.
Yeah, fuck
I mean, you feel good.
It's good exercise.
Yeah, it's fun.
For sure.
Yeah,
and like
100%.
you said, if you enjoy it, it makes it even better.
Mm-hmm.
For
you
sure.
just put in the AirPods and you just go, man.
I've been talking about fucking me and Anthony all the time. We'd be at work. We'd be like, let's just go get a board after work. And then we never do. But I've been talking about getting back into skateboarding, bro.
Next summer, man.
Let's
go get some longboards.
I'm down.
I don't got a longboard no more. I only got a deck. I got a regular skateboard, but let's go get some
somewhere,
longboards,
and
man.
just fucking go longboarding. That'd be sweet.
I haven't seen Anthony in a long time, man.
Yeah, bro. He like I said, I mean, skateboarding, it's fucking fun, man. It's a good way to get out there and fucking get some exercise. Biking is good too.
Yeah, I like biking.
Because like you said, not everybody likes to run.
The only hassle I think with biking is like
rollerblading.
Yeah, rollerblading. Yeah. I think biking, you know, the only hassle with that is just lugging the bike around. Like you had to put it on the back of your car.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just throw it in the back. Literally throw it in the back of your car.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. And I was looking at those electronic skateboards, and I'm like, nah, it just takes the fun out of it. It takes the whole workout away.
It does.
And you're just like, what are you doing at that point?
That's the thing. Everybody's fucking lazy nowadays.
Yeah,
it's like everybody's like, well, slap a motor on it. It's like, yeah, that's sweet, but like you said, you're not putting any work in.
You're taking half the fun away.
For sure.
You know.
And like you said, the exercise element of it, that's one of the biggest parts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, one of the things I picked up in the last year is I've been doing a lot of 3D printing.
Nice.
I got 4 3D printers. Me and my brother, we're running like a little side business right now.
Yeah. What made you grab that?
You
just were interested in it?
I've always been really interested in 3D printers. I seen the one back at Fraser when I was never in the class that did it.
Yeah.
But my friend Brad got a phone case printed, and I thought that was like the coolest thing ever.
That is pretty sweet.
And I'm like, you know, this is like 2014, you know, and I'm like, well, shit. Ever since then, I've been looking at 3D printer videos, and just within like the last like 2 years, the technology's become really affordable, and like there's a lot of them on the market and stuff. I bought 2 used ones and fixed them up, and that's kind of what became like the side business I'm doing now.
Nice. Oh, nice.
Yeah, so like right now, I mean, it depends. Some months are busier than others, but it can be a couple $100 a month.
What are most of the people like hitting you up for to get printed?
Well, actually, as nerdy as it sounds, we do like Star Wars props and like helmets and stuff, and
that's
like collectibles like from video games and all that. And
that's pretty sick.
Yeah, we'll print them, paint them.
Yeah. And, I mean, I like that nerdy shit.
Yeah, we started doing
like... What about like Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, Lord of the Rings, shit like that.
Yeah, I'll get something like that for the studio.
Yeah, I'll make you something.
That'd be sick. I got you.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, if you can think of something that you 100% want to hang up, man, I'll paint it up and everything.
People hear that too. Anybody that wants to get some fucking 3D printed.
Yeah, I mean, any collectibles. I mean, anything like prototypes. You know, if you have a business.
You're fucking nerdy like me and you like that shit.
My brother does 3D
modeling. Or like
modeling.
you said, you're for a business. You know what I mean?
We can do anything. Prototypes for. I mean, if you have something you invented and you want to figure out if it works or not, functions, we can have it modeled as long as you have plans for it, and we can, you know, print it out and see if it functions. I mean, so we do that as well as miniatures. For nice. Like, I mean, then that market spans like, you know, anywhere from people who collect like dollhouse shit to I guess you could say, like, action figures, model garages, stuff like that. You know, anybody who makes a miniature set of anything, we make that too.
That's fucking sweet.
Yeah,
like,
man, I'm
having that little side hustle like that's how it starts, man.
I'm selling little mailboxes for $20 a pop.
What?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. And I mean, how long does it take you to do something like that?
I mean, we can print up a batch, like 3 or 4 in a day. And then, I mean, you can have, let's say, at least 10 ready in 2 or 3 days.
Hell yeah.
You know, and that sells passively. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't have to put any real work into producing the product other than, like, a little bit of paint.
That's
and
crazy.
Putting a sticker on it. And then
do you have, like, do you got, like, an Instagram page or anything like that?
Yeah,
like, or is it all just word of mouth?
We do it off Etsy, Future Bound Prints on Etsy. And that's, like, you know, we'll sell off of there, and then people will, you know, make orders on there. We do, like, the advertising campaigns through there.
Hell yeah.
And it generates a decent amount of sales. You know, I got a show that I'm sponsoring in December.
Sick.
Yeah, so it's
it's
out in Romulus.
Nice.
So I got, like, a whole table of product I'm gonna offer up for that show.
Yeah, so you're fucking getting that shit.
It goes into the raffle. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've got a couple of links with people right now who've got, like, 20,000 outreach for this like on social media for their accounts.
That's hard.
That gonna help me sponsor an event coming up here soon with it, like after when 2023 comes.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of moving pieces that's going on right now.
For sure.
And it's fun. You know, it's fun. It's all in my spare time. Like I said, all these items they sell passively.
Yeah.
And the time that I do put into them, it's all at once. So once it's online, I mean, there goes the money.
Hell yeah.
It's easy shit, man. I like it.
Like and when you like it, and then making the money is just a bonus, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
So.
And plus, I mean, I can fill my house with all kinds of crazy shit now.
And you said you do that with your brother?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. And I mean, it's cool because, like, 3D printer, you can do almost anything. I mean, like,
good little family fucking activity, bro. You guys making some bucks too?
Mm-hmm.
That's the fucking way to go.
I mean, I got, like, fucking soda organizers in my fridge.
What?
Yeah, from like that I 3D printed, and, like, brackets for my spice rack. And
that's sick.
Yeah, like paper towel holders, shit like that. I mean, it's just because I have these printers now, I can do all this stuff all over my house and make it look really cool. It's just interesting, man.
I'm gonna have to, like I said, I'm definitely gonna get something for the studio.
Sure. I'll see what's online, and I'll send you.
I'll fucking put something up right there, bro. Right above the pic, whatever.
Yeah, I'll send you some.
I had to put the jersey up, bro.
Of course, man, Stu.
That was in the fucking closet. I'm like, you know what, bro? Why don't I just fucking hang that up in the pod room?
Yeah, I like the Scarface poster too, man.
Dude, honestly, my mom got me that so long ago, and I've had that for the longest time.
First time,
and I had to keep that. Well, I used to have it in my room, and I was like, I gotta put it in the pod room. And you like you said, The Office one. I had to fucking get that. The Office
was great,
man.
I
love The Office.
Top 5 show
Shit's
of all
so
time.
funny. People don't think it's fucking funny, bro.
And they're crazy
as fuck. I don't get that.
You know, if you're one of the people who's watching and you don't like The Office,
what's wrong with you? Where's your sense of humor?
I think that you're just mad that there's people that like something that, you know, altogether, and that upsets you.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that.
For real.
But it's funny.
It is.
Watch it.
I don't get how, like I said, it's just so...
It's funny.
Like Steve Carell and that shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, I like Andy too. Don't get me wrong. I mean,
Dwight, everybody. The show is just put together. Jim, Pam, like the way that show is.
Right.
I'm a super fan, bro. I watched it fucking a couple times.
I think it was definitely better with Carell on there.
Yeah.
But I mean, the last 2 seasons still weren't bad. Even when they
brought Will Ferrell in there, bro.
That was funny as shit.
For that little bit of time, like, come on,
it's nothing.
bro.
People don't like Will Ferrell, man.
Guy, what was the one guy that took over when Michael left?
Is that Idris Elba?
He had the glasses.
No,
the one guy. He was the rich guy. He was weird.
Oh, you're talking about.
I can't fucking think of his name.
I know what you're talking about.
I gotta look it up, dude. He was funny as fuck, dude.
And the one that took over from the lady that bought Dunder Mifflin, he took over for her. He convinced her out of her job. That was funny as shit.
Yeah, the guy that was super
Yeah. Yeah, he's funny as fuck. I think his name was Robert something.
Yeah.
What was his name? No, man, what was it?
It was Robert something.
I swear. Yeah, that show is probably. You ever watch Parks and Rec?
I've watched a little bit of it.
That one's pretty good too.
Like
You kind of have to dig into it a little
Robert
bit.
California.
Robert California, bro.
That nigga was funny as hell, bro. Yeah, he comes in there, bro, for the interview, and he basically, like, just pitches to them, like, fucking that he's gonna be getting the job, bro. And he leaves out and walks out, and they're all just looking. They're like, I think he's got the job. I think he just gave himself the job. It's just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That guy was funny as hell.
What are some other shows that you get into?
Honestly, you ever watch Sons of Anarchy? I was rewatching that the other day.
I watched a little bit of that.
That's good. I don't really watch like a lot of shows. Like some of the shit that I watch, like Alone, or like Mountain Men. That's a sweet show. I watch a lot of too like shows on the History Channel, like Unexplained.
That's a great
Ancient
show.
Aliens, shit like that.
Better question: what podcast do you watch or listen to?
Obviously, the number one is the JRE,
Yeah,
the Joe Rogan Experience.
Yeah,
I like that one, and then I just listen to all different ones. Like, there's no specific channels really besides that one. It's just like I'll be on YouTube, whatever might pop up. You know, I'll click on it, and I might just fucking tune in and watch it. But mostly the Joe Rogan Experience.
Yeah, I started with, the JRE, and then, I'm a big fan of Bert Kreischer, the comedian.
Okay.
And he was on there a couple
he's funny as fuck.
Yeah, he was on there a couple of times.
Yeah, he's got, what's his podcast called?
He's got Two Bears, One Cave with Tom Segura.
Yeah.
And that's one of my
them two guys are
favorites.
funny as fuck.
Yeah, I just think they're funny. And then, lately I've been watching, you ever heard of Hey Babe?
No.
Sal Vulcano, the guy from Impractical Jokers, and his friend Chris DiStefano.
Okay.
I mean, it's just two guys from Staten Island just, bantering back and forth. But
hell yeah.
It's funny as fuck.
That's all that, bro. The podcast right now, bro, is just taking off the podcast industry.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to stay.
People love it, dude.
Well, because, in the fast-paced world that we're in now, where people are always on the go, and you can plug something into your ear, and you can listen to it.
Exactly. Other than just music and radio.
I cannot do,
you know what I mean?
As much as I love music, I love music. I cannot do it all day.
No.
Cannot.
And sometimes you just want to, and then that's the thing too, and then radio, it's like, radio, like, you sometimes got talk shows, and then there's commercials and shit like that, and it's like, the podcast, like you said, you just plug it up. Here, you can listen to some that are shorter, some that are longer.
Well, I find myself, if I'm at work now, I find myself not even really listening to music unless it's everybody that's hearing it. If I got my earbuds in, it's never music anymore.
For sure.
It's always a podcast. And the reason why is, like, it helps me focus. I like to listen to conversation. I like to listen to other people's ideas.
Yeah.
It's fun.
For sure.
I mean,
there is times, like, I like to listen to music, like, at the gym.
Exactly.
Or like in the car.
Yep.
But sometimes it's like in the car, it's like on and off.
In the car,
sometimes
it's on
I'm
and
not
off.
trying to listen to music.
Yeah.
Or like in the morning, I might not be trying to listen to music.
Yeah.
I want to listen to something else in the morning.
Sometimes on the way home after a fucked up day, you're just like, I'm throwing a podcast.
Exactly. Or like sometimes I like throwing on 97.1, The Ticket.
Yeah.
I like the sports talk radio. So.
Do you watch any of like if you're on YouTube, you ever watch like Skip and Shannon or anything like that? You ever watch those guys?
No. Sometimes if I see something about them, like if I see a video that I might be interested, I know.
I love it.
Or like Stephen A. Smith. Those guys all are. They're fucking clowns, bro.
Yeah, I think Shannon Sharp's probably one of my favorite sports guys.
He keeps it real.
He keeps it real.
He's funny as hell, too.
Yeah, he's just funny, man.
He is.
He's always talking about his Hennessy.
The way he talks, just with that accent, and then the way, he don't. Skip. He'd be like, listen here, Skip.
He's funny as fuck, man. It's probably, if I listen to sports stuff,
that would be a sweet-ass job, though, dude.
Oh, yeah, sports commentating or being a fucking debate show, talk host for sport. I mean, it's like right now. We're talking right now. Talk sports for an hour?
Yeah.
That's your job?
I think one of them,
crazy.
Or to be like a commentator for like the UFC or something like that.
That would be fun.
She would be so fucking sweet.
Yeah. You ever, have you, speaking of, we'll go back to martial arts here for a sec. You ever did martial arts before?
I did karate when I was a kid.
Yeah. You ever do any, tournaments or anything like that?
No.
That was probably another one of my favorite things about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, I think 2 tournaments. I never did, a lot.
That's hard,
I I mean, but both
what
those
was that, karate?
Yeah, they were very fun still.
Hell yeah.
You know, I mean, it's not like every day in class you'd spar.
Yeah.
You know, and you'd fight.
Yep.
And but the tournaments, it's all people you never fought, never seen before.
Oh yeah.
You know, you're like,
the competition
what the fuck's
factor.
going on here?
Yeah. And it's dangerous shit, man.
Well, I mean, some kids, you know, my sister, she was in one of the tournaments with me, and she's older, so she was in like the 20s division or something, like the 20 to 25-year-old division at the time. And the one girl was wearing straight up UFC gloves that had metal in them. And she gave my sister, you know, right in the temple. That's dangerous, man.
Flat out.
She got disqualified right away because my sister said that was hard-ass punch.
Yeah.
And told the ref to check her gloves and put metal in her gloves.
What the fuck?
I mean, that's dangerous.
Shit,
dirty and dangerous.
Yeah, because you could fucking kill somebody, man.
I mean, it's amateur fighting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and you're padded up and stuff, but all it takes is one, you know what I'm saying?
Even with the headgear on, bro, you still, when you get hit, bro, you don't know, bro, like, you don't know, like, safety and, like, appreciate, bro, like, chilling and being comfortable until you get, like, punched in the face or something. You know what I mean?
When you get hit in the face, it's
like, when I started boxing, because I hadn't been in plenty of fights, you know, growing up as a kid, but, getting in the ring and then like squaring up with someone and then just, you know, someone being so fast and just you trying to anticipate and trying to block where they're gonna throw and then still swing and keep your foot square and keep your body posture right, and someone's just tap 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 tap, bro, and they're hitting you body and it's like, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm really in this shit now. And then you look up at the clock and there's still fucking 2 minutes left in the round and you're like, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
See, I never did the boxing before, but that just sounds so fun.
It's, dude, the only thing was, especially for me,
and it is dangerous,
I mean, because I smoked for so long, you know, weed and cigarettes. So I quit cigarettes a little bit before I started boxing, and I was still just like, the conditioning was just beating the fuck out of me.
Right.
Like, you know, going fucking sparring for fucking 3-minute rounds, and then like the round ends, you take a break, and then you're right back in the ring. It's like throwing punches, controlling your breath as you're swinging.
Well, you seen what happened to McGregor when he faced Mayweather. He got gassed. He's a trained fighter.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that shit is fucking insane.
And you're talking a trained fighter who fights with his whole body.
Exactly.
And he was only fighting with half of his body.
The shape that you have to be in.
It's insane.
You know, it is. It is. Because the
stamina.
The pace, that's the thing. Because when you get winded, that's when you end up getting fucking knocked out.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Flat out. But yeah, I can't wait for this next fucking UFC pay-per-view to come up.
Who's fighting?
The main event, Adesanya is fighting versus Pereira for the belt. Dustin Poirier's fighting too. Mike Chandler. That's going to be a good fight. So, I don't know. I'll probably end up watching that card.
You fuck with, what's his name, Sugar Sean?
Yeah, he's the number 1 ranked now in his division.
Yeah, you like him?
I just watched his last fight. Yeah, that's my dog.
He's a little bit of a wild man.
I love him, yeah.
Yeah, he's cool.
For real. Yeah, bro, the guy fucking smokes weed and shit while he's training. It's pretty fucking sweet.
I mean,
he's just a free spirit guy, yeah, just does his thing, still goes out there and fucking knocks people out.
One of my favorite fighters, though, I'd have to say, is definitely John Jones, man.
The best of all time.
In his prime.
Best of all time.
He was fucking bananas.
Dude, that's why I can't, people like say Khabib is the GOAT, but
no, dude.
I don't give a fuck what Khabib did, like, undefeated. Like, John Jones, bro, is undefeated too, and the people he fought, like, the way he, like, had the belt and defended it, bro, like, fought Shogun Rua, fought Lyoto Machida, fought Rampage Jackson, fought Rashad Jones, fought Daniel Cormier twice,
he was in that era
fought
still.
Alexander Gustafsson. Like, that guy fucking fought all, like, Khabib fought fucking, he fought Conor, he fought Dustin Poirier, he fought Justin Gaethje, but it's like, that was really it. Like, everybody else was, like, not really shit. Like, John Jones, though, bro, the way that guy understands distance, the way he can strike, his body, like his long
entire
limbs,
body type is fucking crazy.
And he's so strong too.
Yeah.
Like, now he's about to come back and fight at heavyweight. Guy's gonna be a fucking animal, bro.
Fucking big boy now, man. If you're heavyweight in that frame,
gonna be rocking shit, dude. Flat the fuck out.
I just hope he can keep his nose clean.
I know.
You know,
he's funny. What other guy too? That's what I'm saying. This guy was out doing cocaine, bro, and then going and fighting, bro. Like going out and partying all week, doing blow, getting wasted, and then going and fighting, bro, the next week and just
he didn't give a shit.
Winning. Savage. That's a savage. That's a savage. There, bro.
I mean, like, do you ever watch Mike Tyson stuff on YouTube at all or anything?
He's another one, bro. One of a kind. Savage.
You just can't find it. There will never be another one like him. That's one of those people where, like,
bro. Nigga was crazy.
Bro, even today, like now, like I know he's like this, like more passive, like, you know,
Mike. Yeah, for sure.
You know, but I mean, there's still an animal under there. You know, that motherfucker's still crazy.
It's just very suppressed, yeah. Because he doesn't like, he looks back on it all the time, but it's like, he had to be like that. Like,
in order to get where he was.
You know, he was the baddest man on the planet, bro. You don't get that title, bro, by just being a normal dude, bro.
Sometimes I'll watch him
biting the ears off, bro.
Yeah, like, I watch him trip out on the shrooms sometimes.
On YouTube. He's funny as hell.
Yeah, I'll send a video.
That guy's been through some shit, bro. Like, you talk about a nigga that's fucking life has been like a guy that had it all, was the king of the world.
Yeah.
And then like went to hit rock bottom, bro.
100%.
And then like came back and figured out, you know, like that's what I said. Like, I had a pod where I was talking about like people finding themselves and figuring out who they are. Like, that guy, his life changed. Like, he did a whole 360. He went from being like this killer, like that was all he knew, that's all his life was, and then everything changed for him.
Well, that's the only out they have.
He ended up being a different, you know. That's just what he was.
When you're landlocked in that routine,
he was born to fight, bro.
Exactly, and you need to. That's your outlet. That's your go. That's your go switch.
You have something like that, you fucking use it, bro.
Fuck yeah.
Flat out.
I mean, that's why I'm a firm believer. Like what we said way earlier was like, you know, when you have a passion for something and you make the time to do that, if you're truly good at it, you will excel above others, and you will be noticed.
Become great.
Exactly.
Flat
I mean,
out.
I'm a firm believer in that.
Hard work above anything, bro.
At 10,000 hours, shit. You know, 10,000 hours to master a skill, whatever. That's real, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you really practice is a huge part of everyday life. I mean, you got to practice everything you do. I mean, that's
repetition.
Every day you're practicing. Technically, I mean,
all day. That's what I always tell people, man. It's nothing's ever easy, especially when you're trying something new. That's like the podcast. Like, it's a constant, like, learning, working on the audio, working on the video, you know, and then it's like, I think I got it all right, and then something's fucked up, and it's like, I never, though, beat myself up about it. I'm like, all right, but, like, let me try to fix that, you know, because I know that I'm just going to keep getting better with the shit, you know, the more I repetition, that's it, like you said, the podcast, that's one of the things for me, it's like, it's fun. I enjoy it. So it's like, if I got to go to work and try to make it better, I'm going to do that.
Exactly.
It's not even work. I'm fucking getting after it. I'm enjoying it, you know. So.
Do you ever think it's fucking wild? Like in high school, would you have imagined this type of shit?
Like doing this podcast and shit?
No, I'm talking about like the pot and just everything that's going on. Just being able to, everything. I mean,
the weed is just something that's like,
I mean, everything.
It's crazy. I love it.
Top to bottom. I mean, the fact that social media is what it is now. I mean, the fact that you can go to a fucking store and buy weed. Dude, we were going to some sketchy places as some fucking 13, 14-year-old kids.
The thing was, it was I love how far weed has came. Like,
oh, yeah.
And how it's just, because back in the day, like you said, it was almost like, you know, you were a burnout pothead, like 100%. You smoked, like people were like, ew, like,
what the fuck?
And it was crazy to me, like, I never understand, like, people would smoke cigarettes that kill you. And then, like, you know, you smoke a joint or a blunt and people are like, ew, like, that's what, it's like, who gives a fuck?
You're ruining your life, what are you doing?
It's not heroin, it's not cocaine, you know, it's not fucking any, like, hard, it's not meth, it's like, so I'm definitely glad that a lot of people are coming around and stop fucking being such just like narcs about this shit, you know what I mean? And it's helping a lot of people with all types of shit, bro. The way that they're finding all the medicinal purposes for it. Like, weed is fucking awesome, bro. Weed is awesome. I always tell people, like, I don't care what anybody says, weed is fucking awesome.
It's the best. I mean,
flat out.
If you're going to use something recreationally,
yeah, I mean, you gotta be responsible. You know,
of course, I'm saying, but if you're going to use something out of all of the substances, in my personal opinion, weed is the best option.
Flat out.
I mean, you go to bed, it can help you wake up. It's so multifaceted.
Got a little bit of anxiety.
You can eat it.
Your back
drink
hurts.
it.
You know.
Fuck, man, they make.
Got trouble eating, whatever.
All types of shit, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, too, is I feel like the effects of it are so versatile. You know, if you struggle with creativity, if you struggle with, like, me personally, procrastination was a big thing in my life. Pot helps me get through that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's occasionally. You know, I used to smoke a lot more than I do now. You know, now you're so busy. You know, if you're from your day to day.
Yeah.
I only ever really find time to do it when I get home at night, you know, like stuff like that. But when I was like 17, 18, 19, even when I was in high school, when I had it, you start your fucking day with it, man.
Yeah.
And you end your day with it all day.
And even people, like, the way, too, that they extract it in so many different ways to where people that don't want to smoke, you don't even have, they have drops, they have drinks, they have fucking edibles.
Exactly.
And then, like, I've always, like, thought, like Xanax, for example, like, people that take that for whatever, they got some type of pain.
Yes.
You know, they're taking it for whatever reason. It's like, and instead of that, like, and there's so many downfalls to it. Like, it makes you groggy.
Yes.
It makes you fucking feel like shit. It's highly addictive.
I think Xanax in our generation was probably one of the single most destructive things.
Oh yeah.
That could have happened. Because for us, it wasn't heroin.
No.
Kids weren't shooting heroin in high school. You know, Frazier was heroin high, but we weren't. Yeah. Nobody in school was shooting heroin, bro.
No.
Did you know anyone in your 4 years there that shot? Nobody.
No.
Neither did I. So, like, I know my sister, when she went there, she's older.
Back in the day, yeah, for sure.
She knew a lot of kids.
But no, yeah, it was definitely more pills.
It was pills when we were around.
Yeah, for sure.
Xanax, man.
Yeah,
and,
Xanax, Oxys.
I want to say Oxys. Vicodin, you know, like, yeah, that happened. You know, but I feel like, dude, the Xanax, in my opinion, still know people today who struggle with the problem with Xanax.
I'm glad, that was never my thing.
Never me too. And I never liked the effects.
Like I said, though, it's highly addictive. You know, some people, they eat that shit and they're like, they sit back and they fall into their couch and they're all doped up. And
they love it.
Yeah, I like this shit. Like, give me more.
I don't like
every month going and getting that script.
I don't like to feel
that.
But
it's not enough. No, me either.
No, that's probably like one of the worst things, man. To feel like I don't have control, like, over what I am doing at that moment, and I've never felt that way off weed. Maybe when I was fucking 13 or 14, when the first few times, I'm like, and when I'm trying to, like, think it up in my head too, you know, at that age, you're thinking it up.
Well, that's the thing too. Like I said about weed, I never even, like, smoke it. Like, sometimes, you want to get super stoned, but like, I smoke a joint. That's just me, like, smoking a joint. Like, I'm just, like, smoking. I'm not even fried.
I've never. Yeah, that's the thing.
I just smoke
like,
I like weed. You know?
I never get, like, high no more.
Yeah, right.
You know, unless I absolutely have nothing to do.
Yeah.
That happens rarely. But on a night, if I'm at home at 9 o'clock and there's nothing going on, fuck, man.
But like you said, there's not, like, Xanax. You could fucking take a Xanax and not be functionable. Like, your couch lock. Like, day. I could smoke a joint and I can still go by my day. I can go to the gym and lift weights. I could go fucking do some work in my house. I can 100%. Cut the grass, like, whatever. I'm not fucking to the point to where I'm incapable of fucking operating, you know what I mean? So
yeah, and that's the thing too, is I think, you know, you're bringing up the stigma earlier about how, you know, we used to be labeled as, like, burnouts and stuff back in the day for that, you know.
Total opposite.
It's nowadays, you know, people advocate for it.
There's probably more burnouts that don't smoke weed.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
And that's the thing too, is when you go to these dispensaries and you see the people walking in there, you know, and that's one thing, like, I had my med card before it became recreational. I had to run in with the police and I had to get a med card and all that shit.
That's what I'm saying, back when med cards were actually a thing.
Yeah, so I had to get a med card. And, like, the people who had med cards, I mean, you'd never, like, expect. Like, right. Yeah, I mean, you're regular, like I said, ass people. It was
so weird. It was like, because nowadays it's like you just go into a dispo or whatever and you just gotta fucking have your ID. But it was like med cards were like, it was like a thing. Like, oh, dude, you got your med card? Like, bro, we can go to the dispensary.
I know, it's like, holy shit. I know.
You know what I mean?
That was crazy.
Funny.
The House of Dank in Centerline, right there. It's usually where I go. My friend DeAndre works behind the counter there. And
that's in Centerline. Where? I didn't know they had a HOD in Centerline.
They have one at like the the junction of 696, like the outside road, the junction.
Okay.
It's like right off of there when you're heading. So I think if you were to come up here and you were to go off that junction, if you just ride along the junction, you'd probably see the sign for it right on the side. Okay. Now, I think it's 696 in Van Dyke.
Okay.
It's,
right on.
Yeah, it's not. So it's like right kind of like by my dad's house. So when I go down there, we'll go out and make a trip sometimes.
Right on.
It's pretty.
They got good prices and shit.
Yeah, the thing is too is within the last year, the prices of pot have dropped so much.
Yeah, because it's so much more accessible.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
A lot of places got it, and they're putting up them fucking. We do the glass for a lot of dispensaries.
Yeah.
And they're putting them up everywhere, like north, east, southwest. Fucking in the UP, in the sticks, like it's crazy everywhere. They're just fucking putting up pot shops.
Out by Hall Road, man, they got them all out there by my house. Yeah,
it was like at first it was just like a city thing, like 8 Mile thing, and then it just boom, like the billboards are all over. It's just pot.
As soon as it was recreational, dude, the fucking billboards just started popping up all over the place.
Which it's a money pit,
absolutely.
For the fucking government.
But I feel like if you didn't get in by now, you're out.
Yeah.
It's because that business has went up, made its money, and now I feel like it's steadied until it becomes federally legal. Because once it's federally legal, then we can get products from California and, like anything that's here has to be grown in Michigan, made in Michigan.
Yeah.
You can't get So, like, people go to the cookies dispensary and they're like, oh, dude, I got that cookie, you're not smoking on a fucking burner cookie, bro.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You're smoking on something that was grown.
I did think he was about to. He put one in Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
A cookie shop.
They got
burner.
One.
Like his actual cookie company in Ann Arbor.
There you go.
I seen the first one in Michigan.
So if that,
Shout out burner.
If that's the case, then that's the case. But still, you get something from like the
but
White
he's
Russ.
Probably got a place here.
But that's what I'm saying. It still has to be grown here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like legally, it can't be the stuff that So if Burner lives in California,
he can't be bringing it here.
It's not the stuff that he's smoking out there.
Mm-hmm.
But certified growers, I'm sure, and I'm sure there's a whole process behind it.
Yeah.
There's a quality inspection and all that, but still.
No, it's crazy just how big it is.
Think. I think there is
how big it came from, or especially like back in the day, like when our parents were growing, like when it first came out, like hippie weed. Like it's so crazy how different it is now.
Well, that's why I feel like people that are that age, they still get really stoned.
Yeah.
Like they'll smoke like anything today, and they just get so fucking
They can't
high.
even barely smoke the weed today, dude.
I know, they're just like, oh my god. So like their dealer's usually the same age as them, and they're selling them some straight up mids.
Yeah, for real.
And they're like, this is some gas.
Yeah, let up.
That happens a lot.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
This shit's fucking crazy. Yeah, but weed,
And then there's some grown folks though.
You don't have to smoke it. If you don't like it, it's not for everybody. Some
Absolutely
people
not.
really don't like it.
My best friend doesn't smoke weed.
People.
My best friend.
Makes him paranoid or whatever like that. Like
He don't like it.
Yeah.
And I respect him for that. I don't care. I don't need weed to hang out with you.
No. Flat out. That's what I got a friend that
thing.
That's like Dylan. You know what I mean? He's completely fucking,
he's clean.
He's a sober guy now. And I hate that stigma too.
Well, I seen Dylan not that long ago at Coyote Joe's.
Yeah.
And he was sober because he wasn't drinking. And he pulled me aside and he was hanging out with me for a minute. I was out with Zach and them. And he was like, honestly, dude, he's like, this kind of fucking sucks. He's like, I'm sitting here sober.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at everybody and seeing how fucking stupid everyone else is.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's like, he's not saying I'm missing out. He's saying, like, everyone here looks like a fucking dumbass because they're all drunk as fuck. I can see what I'm
not missing out on.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
I respect him for that. He's made a lot of great
bro.
moves.
It's tough to fucking go out and fucking do that shit.
Yeah, Dylan's a good guy.
Especially when you're in that atmosphere. Yeah, hell yeah. That's one of my brothers.
Hell yeah.
He is a fucking good guy. But, like I said, you don't gotta fucking you don't gotta do something that your friend is doing.
I feel like
I'm a firm believer, like, you don't gotta push something onto somebody else. Like I said, not everything's for everybody. Everybody's got their own go-to or whatever, but the whole stigma behind weed, that it's bad, that's out the window now.
Gone.
Weed is on its way up. It's here to stay, you know.
Yes, sir.
Fucking ditch the opiates and whatnot and all the fucking bullshit.
Oh, yeah, fuck pills.
Let's
pills
go,
are done,
weed,
man. We don't
go
need
green.
it. Go green.
Or go home.
Fuck Big Pharma, man.
For real.
No more pills, man. But, you know, speaking of how earlier I said we had to go some sketchy spots when we were kids to get weed, it also makes it easier. Like, if you are a teenager who's going to smoke pot, you know, I feel like nowadays it wouldn't be as hard if we were in those shoes.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, back then we had to go to a fucking 35-year-old dude's house who we didn't even know. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that was like, I talked to a lady not too long ago, and she's got a daughter, and her daughter is a high schooler, so teenager.
Right.
And she was talking about how, like, this lady smokes weed, and she was talking about her daughter, like, she basically told her daughter, because she found out her daughter for the first time, like, she never introduced smoking weed to her daughter. She wanted to wait and see, like, if her daughter, whatever, and she said her daughter one day came home, she noticed that she was high. She could tell that she had smoked weed, and she asked her daughter about it, and she was honest and whatnot, and she told her, like, look, I'd rather, you know, like, if you're gonna smoke weed, I'd rather you be honest about it. And the mom was saying that she would rather give her daughter the weed instead of her daughter getting weed somewhere else. And absolutely. I said 100%, I agree with that. I mean, because you never know nowadays, bro.
And that's the thing, you know, nowadays it's the world's crazier and crazier.
Flat out.
Do you feel like, though, like, where we kind of, like, lived at during, like, middle school and high school is kind of, like, a unique area as far as, like, our strip of land? You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's just a lot of mixture of different personalities there.
I mean, yeah, I feel like everywhere can be unique. Like, obviously, you know, it's different. A large town as opposed to a small town. You know, urban as opposed to rural. Mm-hmm. And well, I think they're just unique in different ways.
I think generally this whole, like, Macomb County area is kind of unique. You know, like parts of Oakland and Wayne County. It's just kind of unique because,
like, I say that, but then I go travel and I say, like, what the fuck? Like, this is unique too. Like, when I go somewhere.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. It's different. I just feel like because you have Detroit and then you have Pontiac that's not too far away, and then you have all these suburbs kind of locked in the middle. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? You got Port Huron off to the north, you know, northeast.
A lot.
And that's just kind of like...
Michigan is awesome.
It's just, I feel like such a culmination of different suburbs and neighborhoods. You know, I feel like throughout here, I feel like you end up with so many different types of just backgrounds and stuff. Yeah. You know, it's definitely, I mean, like you said, it's like that everywhere, but just I'm glad we got to live where we got to live growing up.
I mean, my mom wants to move down south.
Is she still out that way?
And yeah, she wants to move down south, like out of state. She wants to go warmer, and she says she won't move unless all our kids move out of state too. And I love Michigan. I don't think I want to live anywhere else. Like, there might be some other places, but it's not like down south, like Florida or anything. Like, maybe Texas.
I was gonna say Texas is really
but
nice.
Like, maybe like Utah or like Colorado.
You're the first person I've ever heard say that.
You know,
Utah is the most fucking gorgeous state.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
You've fucking Zion National Park or whatever. You ever heard of that? Mm-hmm. It's got some of the most beautiful visuals in probably the entire country.
That's what I'm saying. I want to live somewhere like that where I can go fucking explore and see some cool shit, you know? Well, like, Florida's nice and shit, but plus, too, like I said, it's hot all the time.
I'm going to go to Disney World every weekend. No,
yeah, exactly.
It's not really much. I feel like if you lived in Utah, or at least, like, you know, for me, I think a really good place is Colorado. Yeah. You can drive, you know, within a state's distance. Michigan's a big-ass state. Yeah. So going all the way up north is the same equivalent to, like, leaving Utah or fucking leaving, you know, Colorado. Mm-hmm. And that's, like, you're in a whole nother state. Colorado, you can go to the mountains, you can go to the desert, you
Yeah.
can go to the forest, you can do anything over there.
That's what I'm saying. That shit's. But Michigan's got a lot of sweet places too.
It does.
Like, that's the thing about Michigan. Like, and we got all four seasons. Like, I love that we're surrounded by water. We have beaches. We have land. You know, we have plenty of cities. So I like Michigan, but I want to eventually, for sure, have like the financial freedom to be able to like travel when I want to travel. And
I think if I were to ever
check out different
really go
and
somewhere, it would definitely be like, I mean, there's 3 states I'm stuck on. It's Texas, Colorado, and
Texas though for sure.
Yeah,
it's
Texas
just a good
and
state
Colorado
to live.
are for sure the 2 that I'm like, okay, yeah, I could see myself living there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't move to like South Texas though. Fuck that. Like Dallas, Fort Worth area.
Yeah, dog.
That's good Texas.
Yeah, for sure.
I know a lot of like big companies and stuff. They're all moving to San Antonio. It's just really fucking hot there.
Yeah, no, that's the only thing.
I like San Antonio. It's pretty though.
Like
I've been to San Antonio before.
Or like I said, maybe even like.
You ever been down there in Texas?
No, I've never been to Texas.
Oh, great state, man.
I've been places I've been south are I think just I mean Georgia, Alabama, and Florida.
I think the worst state down there is Mississippi. Nothing against the people of Mississippi, but dude, the fucking weather, it's so fucking humid. Like, Louisiana is humid, but like Mississippi
that's what I'm
is
saying. Louisiana
awful.
too, like living somewhere like a swamp, like fuck that.
It's pretty though.
Yeah, but
like the city, like we drove through New Orleans.
I'd love to go to New Orleans.
Or no, Baton Rouge. I didn't drive through New Orleans.
Yeah.
Baton Rouge though, still like that old French Quarters type shit.
Yeah,
you know,
that shit's pretty sweet. Hell yeah.
You know, it's
What about out of the country? What are some places you want to?
So my dad's from Peru. He was born in South America.
Nice.
And we're planning on making a trip out there next year. We're gonna get some passports
awesome.
together. There's
yeah.
I got a lot of family that still lives out there, cousins, aunts, uncles, and shit.
Sick.
Yeah, so definitely gonna take like a 3-week trip out there.
Hell yeah.
Gonna go to Machu Picchu, go in the mountains and shit. That's a place where you gotta worry about snakes, and fucking spiders, and fucking
the real Amazon,
bro, the real Amazon jungle.
That shit's pretty fucking gnarly.
And you gotta worry about fucking getting pickpocketed and robbed and shit.
Yeah, right.
Like I can't, like, you know, none of this thing.
Shakedowns, yeah.
Everything, bro.
You don't want to take anything like that, yeah.
No, and there's no point either. There's no point in being flashy down there.
Yeah, no.
First of all, you look like me, and they're gonna look at me.
Exactly.
You know, anyways, it doesn't matter. You know, I'm half Peruvian. You know, but my mom's white.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So what do they speak?
I'm a lot more. They speak Spanish down there.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And does your dad speak Spanish?
Yeah, he speaks Spanish. My grandma, she lives like half the year down there and half the year up here. You know, she's older now, so like she'll stay up here for a longer period. How was your dad
when he came here?
Fuck, I think he was like 5.
Okay.
You know,
right on.
He's the middle child. I think so. Only one of my uncles was born in America.
Okay.
The youngest one, and but my dad's been back there. I think 3 times since he's left.
Nice.
But like I said, my grandma, she like shifts, like 6 months on, 6 months off. She's a dual citizen.
Yeah.
So I want to take a trip down there, you know, next year when she goes back, and me and my dad might fly with her or something like that, and that'll be free room and board while we're down there because it's all family.
Hell yeah.
I'll have cousins with me the entire time, so I might not have to worry so much. What'd you say?
Yeah, I said you're just gonna have to worry about getting that round trip and fucking.
Round trip's like $1,200. It's not even that bad.
Be nice though to go there.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, I won't have to worry as much about like the pickpockets and stuff. I won't be traveling alone. You know, I'll be with my dad and with all my cousins.
Know people there, yeah, exactly, that are from the land, you know.
They're all gonna want to. They've never met me, and they're all probably gonna be fucking. I'm friends with them all on Facebook and shit. You know, so like I've been talking to them. Like,
you learning any Spanish?
A little bit. I do the Duolingo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like confident enough to speak it yet, though.
No, it's tough. I took a little bit in
well, you know, I work
in school.
I work with some Mexicans at work, and you know, they try to help me communicate in Spanish because they know my dad. They know my dad speaks Spanish pretty well, you know. and like they know I don't know it.
Yeah.
You know, but I can hear it pretty well though. The thing is I've been around people who've been speaking Spanish so long.
You can understand it, yeah.
I can understand it pretty well. It's just like putting words together and like having the confidence to speak it is a whole nother game.
Learning a language is hard.
It's hard.
Fuck yeah. If you're bilingual, that shit is
respect.
It's so fucking. It's very resourceful, especially nowadays.
Well,
like America is like 50% Spanish.
English, Spanish, man.
Yeah,
that's what you need. And I mean, if you want to learn one for fun, learn German.
I mean, fuck. Dearborn, you gotta fucking know basically how to speak Arabic.
That's wild, isn't it?
It is wild.
I didn't know that was the largest.
Oh, in America.
The largest Muslim population outside. No, outside of the Middle East.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not just
which is basically because I mean America's the biggest like
go-to destinations, but still, I'm just saying. But damn,
bro, I mean if you go to Dearborn, you think you're in the Middle East. Like everything, it was so funny. One day, we were working. I was with Dennis, and we're in the work van, and we were doing some work out there in Dearborn. And no, we weren't doing work out in Dearborn. We were working somewhere else, and we were coming back this way. I had to stop and get gas, and I just stopped. I got off. I was in Dearborn, and he wakes up in the van because he was sleeping, and he's like, everything's in Arabic. He's like, where are they? He's like, half asleep. He's like, where the fuck are we at? I'm like, dude, we're in fucking Dearborn, bro. Like, literally, yeah, because you get out the gas pumps, bro, the fucking billboards, like, everything's in Arabic. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy, man.
You ever been to, like a Chinatown anywhere or anything like that?
No.
Dude, if you ever, like, get a free weekend, go to Chicago. Just go there for, like, 2 days. Go to Chinatown and get lunch. Spend a few hours there. You'll forget
That'd be sweet.
You'll forget you're in America, bro.
Really? It's like that?
I swear to fucking God. I don't know why. I mean, it's just... Well, because the Chinese population still lives there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fucking litter on the ground is Chinese. Like,
really?
Yeah, man. Like, it's crazy.
Isn't that crazy how they just can migrate to, like, a certain area? Like,
they got statues that explain the history.
People, yeah.
You know, and why they moved there. But still, it's, like, really
pretty cool. Sweet. It's unique, yeah. It is. It's like America that's just... That's the thing. There's so many different places.
It's the great melting pot, man.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what it is from the start.
For sure.
I mean, technically, we're all immigrants from one place or another.
Exactly.
Does your do you know if, like, your family has any, like, roots? Like,
I don't know exactly.
As, like,
especially not really. I don't know really anything on my dad's side. Obviously, except African American. But
what's your mom?
My mom. So. My great grandparents on my mom's side are Polish.
There you go.
And they were from Poland.
Yeah.
They came over to the States, and then obviously, so my grandma's Polish, my mom's Polish. Got a little bit of Irish in me too.
That's
on my
how
mom's side.
My mom's grandparents were. They were straight up from Poland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like they spoke Polish and everything.
Yeah, dude, I love
thing,
it.
Man,
like, yeah, we make like during the holidays like homemade pierogies and shit like that. My great grandma, before she passed away, she used to always make sausage and sauerkraut, kielbasa. Like that's a big Polish thing too. And like I said, we always used to do homemade pierogies, and that shit is the best, bro.
Do you fuck with like
slapped out
Asian cuisine at all? Like,
yeah, I fuck with everything basically.
Fucking
except in that like weird shit. Like
went to Osaka the other night.
Oh, I love Osaka. Very
First
good.
Time there.
Really?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, the one right out there by Hallbrook?
Yeah. It was it's like just like Benihana.
Yeah, for sure.
But
just hibachi.
Shit is good, man.
It is good.
You know,
there's shit. From the little soup, the little wonton soup, the little salad, bro. With that little fucking ginger dressing they put on there.
They got that little sauce, man, that they give you. Yum sauce or something up there.
Yeah, that shit is good.
That shit's good as fuck.
Yeah, hibachi's good for sure.
I think that, and if I do get fast food, and I don't know, I mean, I guess you can call it fast food, the Panda Express, dude.
Yeah, Panda Express is good as fuck.
That shit is good.
I had some the other day.
Yeah. What do you get from there?
When we were on our way back from Florida, driving back, and I just had to stop and get some real quick. Like, they were getting McDonald's, and I'm not gonna get that shit. So
no, Panda, man.
I just got some the beef pepper, like the beef and broccoli.
Yeah, the Beijing beef and the beef and broccoli. That's good.
got a little bit of chicken. Then I got some rice. I just ate a little bit of the rice.
What part of Florida did you go to?
I was just in where was I just at? Just Panama Beach.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, Panama City. I was gonna go to Daytona, and then the hurricane came through down there and kind of fucked that up. So we had to just reroute last minute.
Did that happen while you were down there?
It was literally right before.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So.
Did that cut your trip short?
No. Where we ended up going was fine. That's why we switched. So.
Gotcha.
Where we ended up going was fine. The weather was good while we were down there. Everything was nice. My grandma My grandma's got a place down in Fort Myers.
Really?
Yeah, right where they got hit hard.
Ah, shit. How
her place got it got hit pretty hard. She had a lanai, like it's an extra space that she basically built onto her home down there, and that got like completely wiped out. Had a little bit of like water damage on the roof and stuff.
Oh, shit.
She was able to salvage a lot of shit though, but I mean, and that's what insurance is for, you know.
Yeah, because probably, I mean, like...
But it takes time to get all that shit fixed, you know.
Those type of winds, man, that just tears your fucking shingles up and stuff.
And I'm like, that's the thing, too, like, about Florida as opposed to, like, Michigan. We do not have to worry about that shit, man.
And Texas has tornadoes, bro.
And we do, too, but very rarely.
And the thing is they're baby tornadoes.
Exactly.
Dude, I just had... August 29th, that storm that we had. I don't know if you remember. It wasn't. Remember that everyone's power was out.
Yeah, it just knocked the tree down in my backyard.
Oh, knocked the tree onto my car.
What?
Fuck yeah, bro. It bounced off my roof, man. Tree just fucking. I heard a big ass snap. I was about to leave the house. Big ass snap, crack, fucking bounced off my roof. I heard a big fucking bang, and then I heard it fucking hit outside, bro.
Yeah, that shit's wicked. Like I said, we had this big tree in my backyard, and for the longest, we were talking about getting it cut down. Yeah, and finally the other day, like I said, the storm came, and it fucking fell down, and it barely missed. Like, it fell away from my house, which was good, but it fell towards my neighbor's house, which I got like 2 neighbors, and it missed both of their houses, and it hit. Like, it knocked on, it fell, like, on the fence, kind of fucked the fence up, and it barely missed, like, my neighbor's garage. Like, the way that it fell, it couldn't have fell any better to where it didn't cause any damage. And then, obviously, we just ended up having people come and get it cleaned up and get it removed. But that shit, man, it's fucking scary, man.
It caused damage for, like, my car and my house, but, like, it could have been a lot worse. Like, It bounced off the roof of the home, so it took, like, I mean, it dented, like, the very, like, top cone of the roof, whatever you want to call it, the apex of the roof. It fucking dented the top of that. There was 3 big branches that came down, and then one landed on my shed, and it was hanging still, and it was still hanging above my other car, and that one was, like, could have fell onto the car at any moment. The other one just, I think, dinged the car, like the one that I'm driving right now.
Yeah.
And, it could have been, it could have took out the whole car. Yeah, if I was parked back, like, 5 feet, which sometimes I do park a little bit, you know, not as far up my driveway, dude.
That's the thing that occasionally it's like, that's why, like,
count your blessings.
It's kind of good that tree fell, because that was the only really big tree that, like, I had to worry about over here.
You're like, nah, I don't gotta worry.
Because it's like, I would hate to live somewhere with a bunch of big trees, like, right on top of my house, because that shit's scary, bro.
And that's the thing, is, like, tree guys came out,
especially
and they were like,
old trees, man.
Well, the tree guys came out, and they're like, this tree's, like, dying. And, like, it's infected or something. I'm like, well, can you guys cut it down?
Yeah.
You know, and, like, they're like,
it's expensive, too, to get the trees cut down.
Yeah, it is.
And so it's fucking hard work. Like,
it's a big-ass tree.
Yeah. They got to do that shit the right way, otherwise you could fuck some shit up.
Well, they could fuck up either my house or my neighbor's houses. And they don't want to do that because that's on them. That's their job and their ass.
Yeah, so. But no, fucking, like, especially if you're driving up north, like, sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, when you see, like, if there was just a big storm or whatever and you're driving, like, north in Michigan and you see, like, some of these places where there's a bunch of trees, like, forest areas, and there's just fucking trees everywhere. Just
snapped.
Yes. Fucking crazy.
Fucking, you ever drive up north and hit a deer or almost hit a deer?
I almost hit a deer before.
You ever almost hit one down here? Fucking happened to me at where the fuck was it? You know how haze turns like all dark and shit after 14 mile?
Oh yeah, for sure.
To get to 15 in haze, it's like this big at night. It's dark as fuck.
Yeah.
2 deer, like right on the side of the road, just fucking staring at my car, bro.
Yeah, they be over in that area.
There's fucking houses on both sides.
Where it's like the Sterling Heights, like Warren, like Fraser type area. Yeah. I almost hit one when I was in Cadillac. It was fucking middle of winter, and I was driving back home. We were working in Cadillac. I was driving back to the shop, and it was later at night. And we had 3 guys in the van. We had 2 guys, and then we had 1 guy in the back. And I just like, I mean, I'm supposed to wear glasses, but like I can see, but like far, like late at night, like. So I'm driving, and like I kind of see like a blob, but I'm like coming from Cadillac. I'm on this like side street basically up north. You're going like 50, 55.
Yep.
And it's getting a little dark out, and I'm getting closer, and I'm noticing that like it's just staying right there. And I was thinking like waiting for maybe it to move, so I had to kind of swerve out of the way. And the old guy I was working with was tripping. He's like, you don't fucking swerve out of the way. Next time you just hit that motherfucker. And I'm like, what? I'm like, he's like, yeah, because if you swerve out of the way, what if you crash into someone? I'm like, obviously, but I looked before I fucking swerved out of the way. But if I can dodge it, what do you think? I'm just gonna smash it. And I had a guy in the back of the van. Like, if we would have fucking like with a bunch of tools and shit like that, like if we would have crashed the van.
Well, not just that,
you hit a deer, bro. You
going
fucking
windshield.
50, 55, bro. You hit a deer.
Catch a hoof to the
fucking
neck.
Total people's car. My grandma just totaled one of her cars fucking a couple months back because she fucking hit a deer, bro. Totaled her car.
My mom lives up north. Her friends fucking, they hit them all the time. It's just a thing that happens up there.
Flat out.
I mean, it's just like, because when you live up there, you're not gonna fucking drive 40 at night all the time.
No. And
they're coming home drunk from the fucking bar, all these people up there. Oh, pitch fucking black, going home 60, 65 miles an hour. I mean, you're gonna hit a deer. It's happened to almost everybody in my family.
Fuck that.
Like, all my family fucking lives up north, and it's like...
She'll fuck you or your car up, or both.
Oh, dude, it's insane. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, flat out.
My biggest fear is hitting a deer and it going through the windshield. It's that Final Destination shit, man. Anything coming through the windshield, I'm fucking done.
Or you get behind a big car, fucking a big truck on the road, bro, with fucking lumber on it or something like that. Yeah, steel.
Oh, the steel?
You're just thinking that it's just Final Destination.
Even a truck full of construction cones, Kist. If the thing opens up and comes out, your car is not going to be able to run over 40 traffic cones or one traffic cone bundled up like 20 of them. Oh yeah, you're flipping that bitch. So I mean, like, I don't like driving behind fucking trucks. I'm
like good on any of that shit.
Deers, anything. One thing I've noticed is like, like roadkill. You see a lot of like. I don't think I've ever actually hit anything.
No, I haven't either. It's crazy.
I don't think I've ever.
That's what I always say. I'm like,
I don't think I've ever.
It's crazy because I mean, you see it all the time.
Yeah, I see it all the time.
Luckily, I mean, we just get lucky.
Like, I almost.
Who knows? Tomorrow we might hit something.
I almost hit a possum the other night.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
it, you can hit a possum.
I almost smacked the shit out of it. I'm like, it's already running.
Yeah, I know. It's like sometimes they want to get hit, you think. It's like you're driving, and at first you're like, all right, well, I'm trying to swerve around it a little, and they're like almost going exactly to where you're going, and you're like, dude, do you want me to just fucking run you over?
You ever seen a possum freeze before?
No.
So they act dead, like when they.
Oh yeah.
When they get shocked.
Yeah.
One time there was one. It was like entirely way too close to the front door of my house when I was a kid.
Them things are ugly, dude.
They used to like come
people
to the
talk
porch.
About they're good, but
I think they're good because they keep
do
like
shit, they
like
keep
rodents. Like rodents away, like cats do.
They do.
So like.
But they're ugly as fuck.
They're ugly and like they fucking.
And they hiss and they're just
because they're basically just a big rat.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you want like a bunch of little rats or do you want this fucking 2.5 foot rat running around? I think I'd rather take the 2.5 foot fuzzy rat though.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, exactly.
I'll take it. I mean,
I don't like any fucking rodents.
I don't ferrets, rats. They're all kind of weird to me. Do you like you said you don't like snakes.
No, I don't really like it. I'm just a dog guy.
A dog guy.
I can like cats. I like cats.
You like cats? Yeah. I
Dog
like dogs. Cat. I think until I get like more substantial space for myself, I'll get a dog.
Yeah.
Right now, I just got the cat. But
cats are awesome. I used to just be a dog guy, but like I said, the shop cat and whatnot, and just, I mean, I know plenty of people that have cats, and I mean, I don't mind cats.
If you live by yourself, I feel like a cat.
But not a bunch of cats. I wouldn't have like fucking like 3 cats. Like some people got like
One's
3,
enough.
2, 3, 4 cats.
I mean, if you had like, I guess if you had like a family with kids,
yeah,
and you had 2 or 3 cats, it's not the worst thing.
No,
with like a big house.
I'm not having that shit in my house.
But if you have an apartment and you got 3 fucking cats,
yeah, fuck that.
You're crazy.
If whatever my family is, whatever we want to have, we're gonna decide we're having one or the other. It's either we're having 1 cat or we're having one dog. There's not fucking gonna be, not
one buying of more than 1 pet food.
And maybe a second, like after a while, or if like one gets older, But
well, like that's where I'm at right now.
I ain't having a bunch of pets in my house, bro.
I adopted my cat. He's a good cat. He's older though. I think he's gotta be like, it's my sister's old cat. I don't exactly know how old he is, but he's like 10 or 11. But cats can live to be like 20, dude.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much longer he's gonna be around. So I might have him for another decade. But I mean, I think within the next year or 2, I might consider getting a kitten.
Yeah. Because
they're really fucking cute, man.
They are cute.
Yeah, they're cute.
I know you wish they could stay small like that forever.
Dude, you ever look up you know what a Savannah cat is?
No.
Look it up, man. I'm telling you. Look up a Savannah cat. That is like...
What is that?
It's a cat mixed with... Like, it's a house cat mixed with a fucking African wild cat. And they're big. They're the size of a dog. And they're domestic, so you can like pet them and they purr and shit.
Yeah, that thing is. Yeah, but see, that thing is kind of sketchy.
You gotta feed it raw chicken and shit, dude.
Yeah, bro. Like that thing would tear you up probably.
Yeah, but they're domesticated. They don't. They don't do that. Like it's not in their nature to be naturally.
See, I just want a smaller cat. I just want like a little house cat. That thing's pretty dope though. But that looks like fucking something out in the wild.
But what if you broke into someone's house and that bitch was fucking?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You'd freak the fuck out.
Pat the fuck out. Looks like a little baby tiger.
Is there a mountain lion in this bitch?
What the fuck? Yeah, no, but
no, scary, dude.
I fucking I mean, that'd be good with just like a little house cat,
Yeah, those Savannah cats are wild.
Those things are sweet though, for sure.
What kind of dogs do you like? You got a specific breed that you fuck with? Pits, German Shepherds?
I like pits. I mean, I would like to be able to maybe have like a husky, but those are super expensive.
And then a lot of maintenance.
Yeah.
Like you actually got to give them ice
Cocker
baths and shit.
Spaniels aren't bad dogs.
Would you ever get something small? Or if you got a dog, you get a big dog.
Like a little Yorkie or something like that?
I mean, anything, man.
Like a Chihuahua? I wouldn't care. Yeah.
I think a Chihuahua is kind of sick.
I wouldn't care as long. I just would probably just go to the pet store, like not having a preference,
and just see
whatever I feel like is the dog. Like I feel like when you go to get a pet, you just whatever it is, you fall in love with it. You'd be like, I'm just taking this home.
Yeah, my dad's neighbor has a couple Great Danes, and those things are fucking sweet.
Hell yeah, Great Danes are sweet. They're just too big, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you have to be specific.
They like to cuddle and they like to get all up. Like, I'm not trying to have my fucking dog all up on me like that big,
Dog's bigger than you.
Because I got an aunt that had 2 Great Danes, bro, and they're just like you said. I mean,
like trees running around.
They're fucking big and they're friendly though. They're nice dogs.
Friendly.
They're nice dogs. But they'll be playing, bro. They'll knock a kid right the fuck down, bro. Great Danes are big.
Oh, yeah, you don't want your Great Dane to be playing with a fucking...
But they are sweet.
You gotta be full grown. Cause,
they are sweet dogs.
I mean, the ones gotta be almost fucking... I mean, the ones gotta be like 6'2", 6'3", standing up.
Oh, yeah, dude. They're big. They're big fucking boys. Big boys and girls. Them pups, bro. For sure.
I don't know. You ever think... I think, like, pit bulls, too, Some pit bulls you see, I know they got like different breeds of them, but I think my favorite ones are like they're the stockier one. I don't know what the fuck they're called.
Yeah.
But they're super stocky. They got the shorter legs, and I think it's is it a Chinese pit bull?
I'm not, dude. There's so many.
I don't know. There's something, because I know there's one that's like a bit longer and a more sleek look.
Yeah.
Its head's a bit more narrow. But I like the stocky one. Those fuckers are badass. Yeah. Those are the ones that like.
There's a lot. Yeah.
You see videos of them.
There's so many different breeds of pit bulls.
Running up a wall like 10
Especially
feet.
nowadays. Yeah. That's what I just want a dog that. That's the thing. I don't want a dog though that's just like a house dog. Like I want a dog I could take to the park, go throw the ball, play catch with and shit like that. Like I gotta have an active dog. Dog I can go run with and fucking take a jog with and shit like that. For sure.
Yeah, I think either pit bull or German Shepherd would be what I would get. I think German Shepherds are pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I think, I have a friend that he takes in retired police dogs.
What?
Yeah, but he used to work for cops. He used to work for a police department.
Yeah.
So he takes the retired police dogs into like a nursery situation.
Nice.
But he's retired and he does that.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I used to work with him a little bit, some side work.
Hell yeah.
But, yeah, he takes in, like, retired police officers. Because I think after a certain age, I think it's like 8 or something, they can't do, you know what I'm saying? They gotta retire from the police force. But the dog will be alive for fucking X amount of years. The dog can be 15 and still knows all these fucking police tricks, so they have to be, like, given to the right people and shit.
Yeah. That'd be pretty sweet.
Because this dog can sniff drugs.
To have a police dog, yeah,
that's kind of nuts. Yeah, I think German Shepherds are definitely. I think they're the ones that got the best nose or something.
Dude, you see, like, you ever, like, when you're at the airport, bro? Like, they're fucking walking around, bro. Like, when I was just coming back from Jamaica, they had somebody's bag out, bro. Pulled it off the belt and fucking had the dog up. And the dog was fucking going crazy. I'm like, what the fuck do they got?
Not me.
Yeah, right. See ya.
Yeah, no, one time I got all fucking paranoid. What the fuck? Do you remember? I don't want to say his name. I don't know. And Dan, he was a grade above us. He used to hang out with Ken J.
Okay.
And we went to New York together for a field trip during high school.
Yeah.
And this is when, like, that fake shit started coming out, the e-juice and vape juice.
Yeah.
And me and him got all paranoid because the dogs started, like, because they were looking at us all fucked up.
Right.
Dan had smoked weed that morning. I smoked weed that morning.
Yeah.
We went to the airport. We're all fucking high. We're
Sketched
paranoid.
out, yeah.
Yeah, but that was a fun trip, man. We got high on top of the Empire State Building. We were smoking that, you know what I'm talking about, that.
Yeah, that's fucking gnarly.
It was back then. It was the Mr. Smileys or whatever. Yeah, before that cloud shit.
Hell yeah. Empire State Building. That's pretty sick.
Empire State Building, man.
Getting blown out up there.
Shout out Dan, man.
That's fire. Yeah, all paranoid and shit. That's funny.
But when we were in the airport, it's just. I mean, there was no reason. We were just kids, but dogs weren't smelling that. But still, that was just one of those moments where you're like, damn,
you're
man, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, right.
And I think TSA searched my bag. I brought sand home.
For real?
I went to this white sand beach in Florida, and then I brought a bunch of sand home, and they probably thought it was cocaine.
Weird. They check certain shit. Like, I remember my mom one time we were coming back, she left, like, some wine coolers in her bag. They were all, like, tripping. Because, there's certain shit that they just trip out about. But
I don't think you're supposed to fly with that type of stuff. Like,
whatever.
They probably thought I had a bag of Coke or something, but no. It's fucking sand. I don't know who would stuff a bag of Coke in a suitcase.
Flat the fuck out. I wonder how my fucking fantasy team. Oh, they're about to start.
So who is it? Ravens and who
Monday Night Football and the Saints.
And the Saints? What do you think about Jameis Winston and the Saints? It's Andy Dalton playing right now, isn't it?
The Ravens are about to get that dub all day.
Pistons play the Thunder tonight. They're losing right now, 60-46 against the fucking Thunder. That Thunder is so bad.
Whatever. Yeah, we're bad too.
Michigan basketball.
Like you said, a little bit more time. A little bit more time, we'll be rocking.
What about? I mean, are you watching any other NBA? Are you paying attention to any of that? Or
I haven't really yet. Just mostly football. I've been tuned into, yeah. Football in the fight world.
I think the league's in a good spot right now, man. If you ever end up picking it back up, man, it's in a good spot right now. Yeah. There's a lot of.
Well, I always tune in too for the playoffs and shit.
Of course. Who's your favorite player?
At what? The NBA?
Yeah, all time.
All time, Kobe.
Oh, me too.
But I like right now. I like John Morant. Obviously, and I mean, other than that,
are you a LeBron fan?
I mean, nah. I mean, he's a dog, but I've never.
He's a great player.
I've always been more of a Kobe fan.
I just don't think like
Jordan Poole. He's another really good young player.
Yeah, Jordan Poole is nice. I just don't think that, like, LeBron, he complains so much. When you watch him play, it's not enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like, he does have great moments on the court. Like, he'll, like, make an amazing dunk, whatever,
Yeah, he's
great
the
pass.
biggest fucking flopper, though.
But, dude, fucking A. The amount of bitching, the amount of complaining, and, like, to the fucking ref, like, I hate seeing that shit while watching basketball.
And especially because he's so big, it's like, bro, come on.
I know.
Quit being so fucking
A billionaire athlete. Do you think athletes make too much money?
I mean,
what's your take on that?
They're bringing it in, so I get it. Like,
they are bringing it in. It's their revenue.
That's how it goes. If you got a talent like that, they work hard.
You're right.
Shit's not everybody can do it.
I think it's fair. I think it's totally fair because
For sure. I think some of them get underpaid
of a league. If you support that league, the more you support it, the more these players are gonna get paid.
Yeah,
which is how it works.
Flat out.
Just like I feel like I've never been a big NHL fan, but you look at the fan bases and everything. Like half that league's in Canada.
Yeah.
And their players make X amount of dollars, and I mean, shit, man, it's all based off the fucking revenue that the fans bring in, season ticket holders, shit like that. I feel like half the time, like, you see someone in fucking California wearing a Detroit Red Wings hat. You know what I'm saying? That money goes to the team.
Yeah.
Shit like that. I feel like it's just iconic.
Yeah.
You got some franchises out there just iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, like, I'm not a huge hockey fan, but, like, I'll wear a Red Wings shit because it's so iconic. You know what I'm saying?
All day.
Or even if you weren't, like, the biggest football fan, I feel like the Raiders, it's such an iconic logo.
Or like a Barry Sanders,
So iconic, dude. Straight up. So football is your favorite sport? 100%.
Yeah, football and fighting.
So who's your favorite fighter then?
Favorite fighter right now?
Yeah, right now.
Probably Sugar Sean. I like Charles Oliveira. I like Dustin Poirier. I like Cheeto Vera too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good guys. Pereira. I'm excited to see him fight right now for the title. It's gonna be a good one. So the UFC's popping right now.
That's tomorrow. A lot
of good shit coming up. I think it's next week.
Next week. What are you doing for that?
I think so. I don't know yet. I'm definitely, hopefully, probably gonna end up catching it though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, dude. Fucking. Usually I watch the fights online. I'll stream that shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Fucking that shit's
I
always
like
nice
to catch them at the bar or whatever, or at a friend's house. I mean, they're expensive, but
sometimes I'll go.
If it's a good card, it's worth it buying it.
Yeah, sometimes I'll go. Like, sometimes my cousin, he'll watch the fight at his house, and I'll go over there. He's really into fighting too. Or I got a couple friends that are into fighting, and they'll have a little something at their house. I don't do it every time, but I'm not like super into fighting as I used to be. The
fight parties are fun, bro, when you go watch it with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Shit gets intense.
It's like a little mini Super Bowl.
Yeah, right. For real.
Yeah. Back at B-Dubs, those fights used to get us loaded.
Hell yeah.
But it was always nice because the restaurant would fill up, and then you would have like, 20 minutes during that main card. Everybody was watching, and nobody was ordering food.
Yo.
So you could go out there and just watch.
Check it out.
Because there was never a moment. I don't think I missed a fucking single sporting event.
For real.
While I was working there.
Yeah, they used to get packed out, like you said, all day.
McGregor versus Mayweather, man. I don't think you were there still, but fucking A. That was probably the busiest night. Like, to this day, probably the busiest night I've worked in the restaurant industry. Like, that wasn't like a Cinco de Mayo or Super Bowl.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, you
Super Bowl is slapping at B-Dubs, man.
For sure.
I mean, that shit was 1,000 wings, fucking each way on the board, traditional and boneless.
I'm telling you. But shit. Fucking 2 hours. We fucking cut this bitch. This bitch was good. I'm glad I fucking got you in.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me on. This is nice. I like the studio and everything.
I see you got the boys fucking t-shirt on too. Were you just at the concert?
I did go to the concert.
Yeah? Was that shit lit?
Hell yeah, it was, man. Maxo Cream, one of my other favorite artists, was
They're
there too.
big now, dude. It's crazy.
I think the first
I remember
show,
going to their concert at Masonic Temple,
yeah.
and it's like so much different now. Jake was telling me.
They had their first show at St. Andrews back in, I think, 2017. Maybe only 3,000 people there. This last show, they sold out with almost 16,000 people there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane growth. I mean...
Yeah, they're big now. They're doing it.
They're doing it. I mean, that's like, out of my favorite artists, I mean, that's what you want to see them do. All independent, too.
Hell yeah.
It's important.
Well, shit, like I said, I'm glad I had you on, my boy.
Yes, sir.
Keep fucking doing your thing, bro. That's fucking inspiring. Like I said, I mean, you fucking lost over 100 pounds, bro. You've been fucking getting after it. Fucking the 3D printing shit, too. We gotta fucking put the people on that. Have the people fucking hit you up, bro. Yeah, you're doing your thing, so I'm glad I had you on, bro. Hopefully I fucking have you on in the future, my nigga.
Yes, sir.
It was glad catching up. It was good catching up, for sure. Yeah, all day. Kicking it with Kist.
Kicking it with Kist,
We'll
yes,
talk to you guys soon.